corrupt. I'm incorruptible. I'm not corrupt. I'm incorrect. That mama last only mama West Mark 43 no. And you Kufuado best. Oh me yanka di pempen ho o man pay Kufuado. That me who na. Because oh say no wehu. Wano pam ya nyesa o mun saka.
Who na obetimi aka we akere no.
Make say eh Kufuado si wehu. Wano pam.
That's who ya sure pass who na obetimi aka we akere no.
Oh yes, so free kunya no side. Say na be ka kire say wehu pam o ba pam. I'm not corrupt. I'm incorruptible. I'm not corrupt. I'm incorruptible. When say na nipa na no ya corrupt no, we ntimi no. Oh yeah, ya anye ne sa. Ghana phones say, oh, me, shey, Adam mehu no. Say, hey, here comes Kufuado, the man who said he was not corrupt. Here comes Kufuado, the man who said he is incorruptible. It turned out he was more corrupt than Mahama. Obi ya pam mama. Ya pam mama o. Ya pam mama say, uncle, or so corrupt, ye who be that. Now, won't what be say at the name of Pepea Sayaba? Ha, there be. Now, if you say Kufuado corruption or non qua, Baumia can only be a match, say, yeah. Oh,
Baumia, so I call you busy, because Baumia did so far. Obia for corruption beyond Baumia, because Obian to me, Bibia, Casa Baumia, for just some point at Teku.
Oh, Baumia, PDS, scandal, no. On not na bedroom say, and now on my yes, son, a insurance guarantee, a bank guarantee, a call insurance guarantee. In Chechreya cancel contract now, and Crawford the CK Johnny. Baumia owned me. Baumia, no. Baumia can't do this job. So forget, sorry. Uncle position Kakra, if your co-position now, obviously, maybe a 10 or 2, and maybe next 4 years.
So you say, NDC campaign, they mean business. NDC, someone Ashanti region for and play key role in your constituency because all the northern region about Baumia no bechichemu. If Baumia possibly Baumia kwabenya more than NDC because this is the first time they have a candidate who is a Muslim. But northern regions, most of them are Muslims. Zongo communities and what urban areas, Ashanti region, Greater Accra, the Eastern region here, most of the people in the Zongo areas, Baumia. No doubt. It's NDC a robust team. And some of me a bibia. Into Omafa Yamin. 2, Omafa Richard Kwashiga. Wouldn't Richard Kwashiga, your experienced person that even in terms of communication, I have even not understood why that as a Sami James Finkwana or your communication now, Richard Kwashiga money that for you almost in Chay. So I'm happy about this or Munina about Beshishim. Then Chief Hamilton and next in Bini. Chief Bini, yeah. NDC Pota Tanama if you have to Majawa ye. Ghana Kwani baby. Politics. American Democrats for Republicans. Republicans were Democrats. And more NDC food soldiers. You people have succeeded in collapsing Chief Bini near Fiakotawa. Some of the money so mumfa. We need everybody to come. And so that's a book no say 24-hour near scam and yes scam. It will be policy. Also for the bra. Don't come and describe anybody as a scam. For the bra, they are saying. Saki see if you okay. Saki maka messages was send for Fraba. New Okunka. Not back earlier. You wanted to share your mind about Canada Japan there. I think that you have spoken. I think Ocean video, yeah. I see he's apologizes to everybody who was not happy that he's gone back, but he's gone back. And that because they think that all hands on deck is what will bring MP. Well, my memo, good evening. I'm just happy holidays too, because a Republic Day, Ghana. So it's the day at Ghana. You be a Republic Day, who and share or him say. It is a very big day. Unfortunately, Ghana for the chilling instead of taking, something from what the sacrifices are and son Republic. No, it was a real sacrifice. And that generation we appreciated the and son freedom now. Was a but my mom good evening. Okay, 101.7 FM more live also highlight radio, live also on NASPA radio, live or King's Jersey radio, and your live or Kukuren to me or Migachu FM, your live also Adampupa Media, and your live across your platforms in our Facebook and our YouTube, so your Vimlady online. So join me now, share issues. And I'll be telling you about the third forces no more. Now we are getting some feeling information. Third forces now trying to gang up to do a showdown December 7th. It is something that I was here. We must watch the space. Certain forces need to me come home. Now, my NDC NPP showdown, and you're not a but see, it depends on Ghana for, especially the youth. Because your voting population are youth in the door, so 10 million votes out of the 17.5, 10 million youth. But the entire Kenya for your demonstration, I told you people last week to say, about Ghana youth, about to say Kenya for abro, system there, we know any Sika about GD, and no internet third force and struggle. No, it's not like we don't have competent people in the third force. It's not even like we don't have competent people in NDC and NPP. It will be home, but why better mom or better mom are fixated on Sika. And the delegates no crap both in major parties and NDC and NPP no crano. Delegates need to do an aquaquem and my bow says, "Oh, be a disca." It's a bad to me elect even good people in NDC and NPP. Now, campus about electing somebody who's so competent our third force. Because you to phone in Jessica, shut up starting ye. Boys, you ready to change go, Sika. Kakra or the Bamo, Moko, baby, Tiffany at Twogum, Yakoani at Twogum, not a checker, and one or mope. The youth in Ghana, no, and Kroma than a data Munemua, and the Nipper one will winter, and can Kroma will be rolling in his grave. A youth when Kwan and Kenneth and Kroma, on a basis for almost fighting for independence, almost fighting for republic here, and go see a journey a breast hour, brofonase. Because I know Busa youth in the end, I crank and who are brofonase. Are you serious? What this year to say what Ghana do you know how I not yet see a mind Ghana but Bruni a school a garden school a Bruni Beko Ghana Bruni now feed the baby colonizing I know. They were telling us school a Juma we were not even allowed in certain jobs. Yeah, allow yang go be free new about your governor. Obi free no chroma ba so e ho ahwan ono be kire time ayena ayu people see we are brantie ne ababa wa now the one no we ne was 32 e ko kasa asem we bi se broni di so krank ya masa go in Nigeria for better fire don't punish your mouth thunder fire your mouth now they can say no because we a trim na kan bi you see we always down on Ibana Mamba he says something which is very profound when third force of when you could feel quarantine nominate or declare other people, CPP. They say CPP say, yeah, when you elections where they will not fill the candidate. Why? Because more youth now more better. And CPP near other people more better more better. More pesca CPP soon be. Sika more penomini be. Even sanke a force party be ya. Party doesn't even need billboard. But who say I don't know what form. It is a party crown on Pesca. I may have billboard or cramon to mano. To be I know chogum or ya billboard. Or a t-shirt. You have me see coffee when you coffee the man for interview and do so for no. I want to done. I'm catch say yeah one may sky and to openly. Yes, I'm ferry. Openly. Is this the Republic and Kroma nominate your forefathers in the fought for? A Republic I papa 28 Christabel road shooting. 28 February Christabel shooting also. And yeah so bold people, they will march to the two castle. Prophecy don't come, they say they will go. Almost don't come, they will go. I see my more Ghana for this year. Oh, Brony never baby, I am calling baby, I mean, come from the they shot them. They were fired, gunned down. Who you to know about what the own anonymous so said they are not something they can say, and on my end, and will judge it too. A brother to see a baby be at Wasso, would also call you. Nti abeda na kofi kwante no manya vote abeti na omemu ya woni po mo adwene panyansa me say that's right abese si ase ento abama no kwasitum seconds business people are moving to make creative jobs ama Ghana youth waye omo base si ase ento abama ye pescade nti they are all minding their business look at the ye wa kokudro fan kombeti me abegina ho ba mo hwe se anko asem no a omo nyina so omo nye hwe youth wa yeah, obi si yes or beko akotena brochira akotwitwi broni sebi bro the toilet. What bawo memu na di mra simple law so say there be. Mama cho GTV for Nyankopon show. It's the national broadcaster so I appreciate GTV for look
goes into
obi boom na no so
this is not a U-turn. I hope you are watching the man doing the U. This is not a U-turn, my brother. It's a pedestrian crossing, not a motorbike crossing. Boss, there's a U-turn ahead. This is illegal. You're on Ghana, you're on GTV right now. Can you see the cameras? And we'll watch your number. His number is M19GR4111. This is not for you. The U-turn is over there. You can't cross here. I'm reporting you because you are doing the wrong thing. This is for pedestrians. This is for pedestrians.
If you know if you get knocked down on here, you're aware of that. That is really very much unacceptable.
You can do the right thing. Just go and do the U-turn.
What I want
Stay on him. Stay on him.
Here is what goes into our
Okay, somebody is crossing now.
license acquisition.
Stop. Please come.
Just say, "Oh man, na yetimu no ye nyina ya bodam o." Kofi Granting. "Oh man, na yetimu no ye nyina ya bodam." It's that. Che okada no enye pedestrian cross U10 o si o. GTV reporter na ko sha mo pa mini anu me na GTV o ma che say yes o mo national broadcast ampa. O mo che ni nyina on camera say bra emfa ho o kobroni krom Dubai. Ya kasa ball Ukraine how the ball and be show botoma Kofi because who him say e Dubai, who him say America, who him say London abro. Yeah, and I don't know make say ni ba na man can say the followers be disciples no. Who can say yes to buy no say follow me and I shall make you fishers of men. And conform follow no and they were not ready to submit. Yes, obey disciples. We must be ready to submit and follow the law. See, I'm saying just we are no cry. When youth we mu nyina kotwabo. These are the people I say Ghana ombe demonstrate to say Kenya. Omunye me say busa fix the country e dey egu ye. E mu chetre omkojiska. The people who are demonstrating in Kenya obi ankojiska. Those who are demonstrating in Kenya ye principle about the taxes aba. Ye demonstration against the taxes. Ye be kwa kojiska fix the country. And next to ye bo ani ni team pen o man kojiska. Omo Kenya bi koji bi on national security. Half of them so called NDC and can necessarily one name for this is how selfish we are. You think right? You tell us when yet. Okodo embassy, Togo embassy crowd Ghana copy I will be a man be obey so. Brone woman, yes to crowd my bebre. Kofi Granting no money, you are dealing with a nation of myopic, crazy, smoking voters. This is what you get. No and can vote on principle who discuss Republic Day. Well, you tell no. Ignorance of the law is no excuse, but who the report catch us a brand, how you tell no. I have that's why also come up for them. I said, no number better also come up for it. Just say, I find a hope. This is how blatant, how I say na Ghana no, adani first say animal farm. Okay, and adani animal farm no. But it to Instagram we say Anna, spend your time chasing the politicians. It is not the duty of media for to demand accountability for leaders. The first responsibility there who vote and who go to abang, who citizen no, who because we are citizens. Okay, say America na mo power ko and say UK nkofo say be omu Jimmy say. America ni UK Dubai kwasan kwase mutumindi Dubai ye be tomo sa to atene you cannot do it openly Brian fa ho na offer nso wi abakọ kotena brocha kotwi toilet obeye ne pepe visa kra na okọ ye so omra 6 o'clock 5 no gina ho ye U10 ko chikeke ko ye U10 there be. These are the people we mu na be my third force na what's the difference between Nanado and Mahama ni o yes ano na so na check camera ni edi atam. You have forgotten say Nanado not to say one on so be Nanado. Mahama not to say one on so be Mahama. And Nanado ma bi akofi aduma ne kasa na o kan o say at the end there. Ye nyina ye akronfo from akola ya wono to penny ye akronfo and ye hia na ye confrontation amoa. There's no difference. We are the same people who become the leader. This will be we say Kofi Granting they jam penasem no. This man has a good job obi pre. Now, no one says, Mr. Happiness, you say, one say, and we'll treat that for crack toilet. A young man, Kofi Granting jai, or you do my Wall Street. He has left that job to come to Ghana and fight for Ghana. Obi to treat toilet, or not feeling proud. I saw camera. No, I am me to cheat on because that's passport. Look at how stupid. Look at how myopic. Look at how primitive such a thinking is. Just on one idea. But obia sacrifice or Wall Street Journal or just Wall Street. America for Wall Street for no stock exchange. No determine if you see business any stocks ni sikani and they were telling you now. Coffee country say remember sacrifice Jenny the man in a war the man could think it was job in the water. Remember said the uncoma Johnny dear ho sacrificing me a gene independence and you need to be come back. Ya nye come back. Anyone also by Obama move in when you're correct. Ghana you're correct. Yeah, suba money ya brose. Kofi kwante ba na kokute sika said the child that yeah, odibi gumia. Hey, kabana koda number 1. Bro, we just do not want to sacrifice. Republic Day, we should be crying, we should be weeping. Republic Day, you're good Ghana no. Any politicians think oh, yeah, be politics. Ade ya ya na sami okunmi na abaye. Kabunum nyina sami de finya na no ya no mpejaye. Omo nya Ghana for ya. They say my brother who then they are cutting us through near US can be. They say we are the same people. In fact, politicians corner our mouth sika kwa obeka on tomano. And I want the NDC NPP full soldiers. And NPP for mobile no my school feeding contract come my toilet contract come my just obi apani dia bro. And the school feeding contract at the party women organizer how. And Tadia on Kadema bona fide caterer for any at the moment. Near the Ama women organizer, no, imagine, no, so they are conco, what sublet contract, no, and Ama another person, to be school video, now Coladi the Mo to Jimmy, any one. Yes, we are young 1 year between toes up pro, near the goom. This is sickening. We have to change our mindset. And yes, they bogus. Our brains are sick. Yeah, more man. I'm more mining codenim. Yeah, I crossed or him and only coffee granted a coffee at the market from Ketwa Cosistro. Yeah, brosa near the acquisition. No wonder. But you could can't enjoy any and no social view because this one idiot Obina Canada I can't. But it's so sick and he said, what didn't want part and pay a man telling my one common on by the save Ghana. But I say, if revolution, we want a revolution mind a revolution that will say that in spite of NDC Jessica. Yeah, what? We want change. We want the law to be removed. Yeah, yes, tax there be Ghana youth. Almost started idea what Twitter. If we are not for this guy national security, almost a demonstration. If we are not other groups to swap with Mahama Sikedi and a group no much. Basically, one of the last who fix the country. Fix the country. Corruption. Now we are not for corruption. You are corrupt. So what we had demonstration on principle crowd for you bribe. How would the nation change? And so can you to the moment to make change Ghana Magana here? Come on to Mama good evening near Kwaba near Republic.
If you nanke holiday, so not the ordinary day because the new holiday view into each year. Na
yes, yeah, Joseph.
Each year Ghana food na we are seeing afenena each year. One warfare and one with any new vision movement to full any young supporters, friends and family. Each year, papa. Inti asama can fear a whole. But na me meka achichi na yen say na have a part to play in this substandardness. Inti my young pointed fingers. Ye na ya accept say how do we elevate from this point forward? Because they say I hit rock bottom. Ghana na I say apro atatil apansam. As I say, yeah, point fingers to NDC, yeah, point fingers to MPP. Ye na ye part of it. Ye na ye Ghana for. Inti na made a message and say, baby, I be do. As I say, you take a different path, a different direction. Because if you're sad going around the country and speaking to youth, and then they say, what's wrong with Niawaye? When you say you're wrong, we feel say, Papa or Timothy swear across you. Oh, now say Penyufuni USDK $100,000, 1 million, 10 million. Now me cross the year now about the country.
As I don't
Sunday obia mindset say na me dekiti ya me ye de say me de men say hey me twa kwam wa ha den ma say that's their mind so One who say a principle of indiscipline. Just as much to say no, we are 10 million, a principle of corruption. So, inti obia wone level or in terms of say no worry say o man no. Inti yang the conscious few, no, because we only need a few good men and women say obe wake up, obe take responsibility and ownership for their kosi. No obe say, you know what, hearing your part of that narrative view, you better see as a saniyama. So now you P say we need all of us to change and son or man we don't. We need just a few committed people to say youth. Yes, there are 12.5 million youth. Over 85% were on social media. Once they come together and work as a block, no, yasisa you're a tuama kufi granting kufi bear it's done. And only near push say ye benya won to that point not to send why Arab Spring what's the sign no send uncle best son will be accept say baby ye do ne so because what you know individually any in isolation it looks as if say you're so behemoth ye to miss but as I say, in who would respect, near kakra will be to ye and one so yet. So because yow. Say Ghana baby I do no moment day. I'm so humbled by the extent of baby I do no say. Me pese ye can NDC NPP party asem crab what the Ghana for ye na ye together say ye na ye mama no wewu. Yemra together near yin. And because the way it takes our side, in case the way it takes our side, in case the way it takes our side, because it now the bottom line is say ebedu baby ne best say am a yin we MPP we NDC we you know so inti edu point yen to me yim say we say na can say Ghana there is an urgency on our hands. Let's come together. Let's fix this thing as a people, as siblings of one mother. Yen fix Sadi. Name fi honko. Now yet to me attain altitude now. Yet to me attain right altitude now. Then we can dance around and get sexy and yebe NDC NPP Sadi. Say they you're a dip down into a crash. As I say, it means your control near gain altitude.
Yeah. At a plane, but remember, that's why I make say, oh, grapevine, say, parties, third force, for no more Kasania, and I was very happy. Say, we need to do a big, like a wrecking ball kind of moment for Ghana. You bet me, baby, a direction, because you know, I have to say, baby, I hear because it's let me check in public debt. Your public debt inquiry 658 billion. Yeah, 600 public debt. It's serious. Holiday, I'm happy because look, Republic, like I say, you didn't holiday, you didn't say because we don't even appreciate what we fought for to become a republic. A republic see about managerial resources, a republic see and share or him. But what are we using that power for? We are using it to misappropriate Sikana Yawano. You know, from the very time we misappropriated everything there, we are still misappropriating.
Yep.
You know, is it? Can you confirm some person more kasa among yourselves? A part in Kumani idea that you can do a major takeover. Show them.
No, if you the problem we have in this, most of and I said some of the independents and the smaller political parties, appendages of NDC NPP. Inti worry infiltrate to ultimately bring yang down.
How?
Inti one sheni ye kakre bi pe wakofa ade anse se wofa na de akoshe baby ebeye chi no one hwie ni amani na egu. So and that's the aim because MPP and NDC who say one year as popular and as liked say kano obiara redwene say one year you move you on the enhwe inti one so one percent wild smart populace inti no why and say one creating crofo Wama we sikasi munko shim na munye mo se mo independent and more per se ye be alliance Now, yeah,
It's
alliance.
NDC NPP. The omo yana kamo ma ye. Eba kamo wa
Oh,
boma no ma
absolutely.
sheda be rewrem.
One shut down
damn.
for if yeah, it's so hard to tell. They say they've gotten a little sophisticated into wound to me because what about offer meme policies are made for 2019 now. They say OBR can meme policies, you know. Into the all kind COVID quarantine policies are the most popular. What is difference between or no COVID quarantine? There's no difference because now COVID quarantine can or no so question.
Yeah, ni nyina agenda from a slow for me.
Sanity. Inti na ebeya na or to say COVID quarantine the any well let's bring them together. Sana obi a we on the outside there who through near areas you know. What is COVID quarantine o you can wasem ni bi o you so can wasem ni nti na mu na mu come mom to na mo nye baako na mo nye powerful force and then no so nye no kware because one word about with an agenda say yeah can you bomu dia and if we were started I infiltrate no one a report strategies ama one bosses na what they are saying yama inti wo be reaching it's about being incident of one disqualified because one say na e won no one so inti that is what we are working with now ne me no say just before America Bahano we are on a meeting out everybody a press conference in the next maybe next week everybody assemble one there have been a couple of alliances binom start na ehwiegu because of sasem yenti you performation no because obia de as at the or the adwene panel de kɔhye alliance no or the kɔhye mu wie a echi obehu sɛ okɔhye ma no hu sɛ kululu bi rekoso inti na why apprehensive na afei so pull out na we pull out na nkrɔfo bi nso ahu sɛ bibi rekoso bibi will come with an agenda inti yehu saa de no inti na it's gotten so difficult but na yɛpɛ sɛ yɛka kyerɛ Ghana fo ne sɛ ultimately no there is a group a yɛba be shake out na yɛyi wɔn na conditions yɛde bɛma wɔn a yɛgye sɛ wɔyɛ clean no yet me a congress ne yɛyi one person a yɛna corrally around well na afei yɛbɛma electoral commissioner be supervise saa congress no na one legitimize nipa kono no ayɛ the person a yɛna yɛreyi no sɛ ɔnkɔ face NPP NDC.
Okay, I really believe it because now we have TPP forecast almost field the candidates. I was like, a whole Nkrumah party almost field the candidates. Said that you know here TPP even in national executive crowd to say and no more consent talk and they say I'm a friend for my nature. And their chance we in the way and their chance we interest. PS is so I had to almost a previous candidate. I say an ambassador, like I say, there's a deliberate agenda for NDC NPP. Say, yeah, parties no more on Guno. But they are not there.
Say, and
we can never get a credible third force. But what can we do to ensure that any Ghana for sponsor your third force? And also,
well, say if when it's all said and done, you song once or you been your own. You percent Ghana funa accept one say one the credible formation, and because Ghana fu say. As I say, you be but together. A false narrative I want to create to say, till say you na between but together, and not you're strong enough to fight NPP and because when him say, and yet possible say you between but together because the fact that what they but together that means say what be infiltrate, you know, bring it a whole deck of cards and it down. So, into one creates that false narrative. Yeah, man, say, so what we now to me, Amadia, and ye.
Nina so can agenda no.
And no can agenda no hunting when create. Man who say, you were friending Esan Kuma actual article be why there can never be an independent candidate, which blows my mind. For a person or no feel say or accomplished to say. There could never be a possibility that independent. Now we share examples. The idea was cite who said it's been manufactured to create an agenda and a perspective and you say sentiment say, oh, Sankoff, we did it's not worth it, don't waste your time because but need now can the MPP agenda no so I say because Asan Kuma is an appendage of MPP. Inti won na agenda now when create no say one can now go ni any narrative. But they
MPP for no mom na cookies agenda say.
Of course, someone was some agents no what create a narrative no many say nipa buy into oh toma independent there was say vote because here they are woman ni nominate that's not true. Yeah, pe aden na yenko into offending a debate. No one for Mr. Mahama, one for Dr. Baumiyama, one for Mr. Chemantima, no one for independent candidates, Nema Kofi Granting, and the Cheddar, and everybody else. Now, him debate, not Ghana Funia who say, you know why you're credible. If you're going into 2024, Niama 2 pet, ne matter. 2, character, economy. Character and economy.
That's
it. Nisuni buy no nipa train one fail it out. Mahama Bahumia Chemanting one fail sir a honor did out. One fail.
Subino, na Chemanting so fail Subino.
Oh, na say and or no and yet primaries year wo you ni film ya anko your bona fide MPP ni who na Robert Yaka say and yes sir come on obi anim wo you ni fee primaries munti no feel it the need says so called independent or you know say or your candidate and go on fee MPP.
Okay.
Minorika say crowd they still working on him so bad because they say to tell the truth he has no pathway to the presidency because Ken and Crawford and ebe support to no never man some width and some foundation no say you name no what they are Ken but they say Ken a shift to court it is possible. Inti Baumia has absolutely no leverage. Wouldn't say na making no quite what's the rest of to say one thing na making that. And so I'm sure say sir
because this are the genuine choices so no.
Oh master Ken obey yaw MPP for said there's no way so no anya candidate of choice now. Baumia can never win against Mahama. Wa meka and I want
okay, but I don't just want to be changing again.
Okay, of course, I said you'll be on case they want to be changing actually. But now American say because I were changing actually no, he goes with his pack. Ne pack no call with an inti. It's and also I then ama Bahumia based no I a thinner. Ama net base I a thinner. Inti say only negotiating.
Baumia based no my thing.
I'm sorry. I'm a Chairman Ting based. I'm a Chairman Ting based. I thinner. Into only negotiating block to send an hour first. Into say Ken listen. Ken looked at it and said there's no way he's going to be able to. He can't guarantee that he's going to be healthy in 2028. Into the best choice since he's Oren running against Baumiano said. Obeding ordinary Hobeka Kobano Bejeni Sikedi. Deal I want in a year and it's the car no one of Becca's woman $800 million. When you
$800 million.
They offered him $800 million and he didn't take it. Into what the man say weapon so they and you're not
more. He himself said it. Make this all there.
Oh, I made a Marty. Ubio weti act to say waka. Say they offered him $800 million. Into American say whatever and if you are a serious so say actually the measure say details but in America now ono can never can say they offered him $800 million and he refused. In America say Chairman thing to America say hey now can I now call Baba Mame leverage now says the oko inti me I don't have a political future and we all know that Chairman thing doesn't have a political future at this point. He's not going to run 2028. He better not for his own good.
For his own good. So creating a pathway.
Obviously creating a pathway, but it's not going to get him anywhere because Anka on a Ken Mergy and Anka or some solid say.
For me a big third force. Make change elections no.
To tell the truth, Alan Chemanting don't have the credibility in terms of character, so the Beba third force. And the reason is
what I mean, characters are saying because say in terms of political choice, they don't have character. In terms of character, so there.
You see,
You've been a very a politician of integrity, Anna. Do you have any corruption issue against Alan Chemantiana?
Of course, because then they see Obeye Minister Kofo Bree out on Tongue properties Washington all over the world. Then did we see the money? We didn't see the money. Number two, Commander Sugar Factory. What came of Commander Sugar Factory?
No. Now, Debbie, why are you even attacking?
I'm not attacking.
I'm not, for want of a better word, but why are you questioning Alan about Commander?
Because you, Alan Chemanting Koje loans for Commander Sugar Factory. Wabra at the time Okoje loan. Now one up can parliament or say Che Mensa Bunsu. I'm making it definitively clear. Say Commander Sugar Factory is a white elephant. Yes, or abandoned project. No one can. Inti, did he not believe Nana? You friend or say Che Mensa Bunsu Akano. Mekra na mean ni parliament to honor or say Che Mensa Bunsu made a lot of sense. I think because in sooner now, Commander Sugar Factory parameter now what as to say what did you no swamp no contaminate from pra because of galamsey.
Okay.
Intina argument and then say so what do you sugar no crampa weren't to mean use because any product worthy.
Okay.
Intina Chamantia and say well yeah Commander Sugar Factory out of desperation said no person your dignity. Wakoto lump sugar fee say friending Croiso say Vietnam will say him phone. Now what the lump sugar ne ban what the begu yang free. But wakoto lump
Commander sugar free baby no begu mu.
Wakoto sugar fee abrochi.
The only man captain smart so ko say sugar ne sugar wakoto baby ne dia begu mu.
Major American no quarry me na American. Listen to me. Or friending Alan Chemanting no kind of Poladum Ochri show so Monko pool tape on Namore. Say Okotolam sugar, no dia begum no media sugar. Now the whole idea is the most ridiculous thing because the moment Okoto sugar and if you are bruchino, you kill the profitability of the whole
Exactly.
What's the sense? Thought you say, no can you and Yamina Meka won't go pool ni record. Ni last interview here with Poladomochi, no kind, and it's the most ridiculous thing. But if you Nathan said, no one him say, after all now near what the parameter no, one are tongue deep and senfu, what deep appetition. Because we'll make more money. Appetition sellers no making more money from appetition channels than sugar no. Sanity. Wabra Kwame Nkrumah earmark case as space Nina say one new ashuro now in close proximity to
with
the
factory.
So na ebema profitability na akoso Kwame Nkrumah nyansa
exactly.
You know more I say what the galam say na say insunu wapra na pra na enwini abegu perimeter no inti say sanity inti ato na apetesi twa. Come on man.
It is actually
Mr. Mahama Koje $37 million from Exim Bank what they buy so the Baba Commander shoe one feasibility. Because number one, Commander Sugar Factory was not a $37 million project. It was less than a $12 million, $15 million project. It will blow up. Low no what the Koje Exim Bank will buy no because what the Quack Commander Sugar Factory. No what this Sikano, no what be here Commander Sugar Factory. No realize it's a project in the area successful into a beton. Worry tono, no beton by analysis who say value
it's not worth it.
Inti no eka one sem. Inti what offload the 2015 going to 2016 ma NPP. NPP buy no instead of what push project in our way no. What say oh what the PJ funds inti Alan Chairman Tinko J loans so what the bay na what bisa mi say in koyana agu Indian food no
now yes second one and also so shit.
Me say go online right now and type say Commander Sugar Factory loans about 87 or say 89 million dollars. NDC koje 37 through Exxon from India. In kaini na NPP ne koje sikana way
And still need
Sikana way. When a person like this comes and says, about a transformational year, my question is, listen, you can even handle Commander Sugar Factory. So I say, and plus the fact say, who, friending, primaries, no, MPPU say, when I head honcho of the primaries now, and come on, you'd gladly love to be an MPP. Until I don't know about, and I feel like I say, MPP, the way I say, come on, that's not character. You've been in MPP for over 2 decades. When who said when your party pa? I feel now we say, well, yeah, you Dukadaya mafioso cabal. Well, there can be a Dukadaya mafioso cabal. You've been part of this Dukadaya mafioso cabal. Mr. Chairman, you have no character. I'm sorry. I can't work.
I sure to say your friend about me. I said about me and they so for no one can say he wasn't allowed to work. Or not so how about if he comes for it or no bear some kind of
Maria. Baumia de who said Baumia Masa. But Baumia is a comedian. The guy is he's a comedian. The guy is listen, when you vote, listen, we've seen it say we voted for clowns and that's why we have a circus. And I won't say we have a circus. Baumia is going to be the master clown of the circus. The guy does not know what he's talking about. What can I say? He's a friending
economist.
Economist. Or mess up economy. He's a digital guy.
Let's say up economy. Your name who was running the show, which is Ken Overata.
Oh, come on. Who? I don't know ahead of the economic management team.
He wasn't allowed to work. There was another committee set up in Bank of Ghana.
Okay, so we cannot believe the nonsense say as a vice president, you don't have a pool in the economics of a country. We cannot accept that. And now, if you make a submission, they say to you, the job of a political party is to present the citizens of a country the best candidate.
Of the best.
The best of the best. If that candidate messes up, you don't go after the candidate. It's the party who offered you the candidate who pays. Because if they don't pay, then they can always spit out a candidate for you. Wokoto a high sense air conditioner na enye juma. Any salesperson na order course when I told my minty maybe you go to high sense the factory and I said the store you look for a sales manager and say you sold me a defective project, change it. And I exactly. You go after the company now what tone product in the mouth. Now yeah, the defective air conditioner no ko. Nia where and say one refurbish answer the amaye. Enye juma
okay, me too analogy na say. That's about me.
What you say Bahumia is a defective product. Yempeno. And the company or my the defective product, or no na overpay for the consequences of a bad economy of Ghana, which is MPP. Until we MPP because if you see the company or my and the product, the bad product name pay, they will always give us a bad product. Until they say, if Kufuado comes out as the salesperson, the manager, and okay, say, listen, it wasn't the fault of the company. It was the salesperson now, Otom, which happens to be a Kufuado, bad salesperson. Oh no, yeah, all the bad mistakes. He goes out when in a D. The company don't want to take any responsibility. When you Kufuado, still have faith in High Sense, the company. High Sense may use some for a not another clown. No buy no say whiskey. On no whiskey of economy. This is when you start title because also upon bad products. What another say or your digitization wizard. Digitization say your augmented reality, nanotechnology.
Digitization
quantum computing, the nanotechnology, and the Internet of Things.
But in the absence of nothing, you know. At least and they were digital database you to be looking at people now.
In the absence of nothing, there's not a creative absence of nothing. And you want cluelessness. Now create the absence of nothing now. What kind of? If Ghana wants to get ahead now, we have to remove them because they are truly clueless. Get it? Clueless. When you're clueless, Anka, Dr. Baumiere ma can't change the Oba president, Obama cars now run locally, are running on electric. Meanwhile, a couple of months ago, you gave away young lithium. How can you give away young lithium and still push for, say, electric cars? I mean, does that make sense to you? What kind of clown does that? What kind of clown?
There's another source. Have you also thought about the other sources of energy on media power, which is not necessarily lithium?
Any bad toilet energy. Because in Dubai, no, listen. In Dubai, they will use toilet for fuel. Correct?
No, there was sample project biogas.
Biogas, and America say toilet energy. Because I don't know a master of toilets. That's the only way I see that person. The pathway to energy, will be through toilets because no achievement. So OC toilets. Name for commune any space. Microbiome technology. You were friending gene technology. It just a near country say what they one master say what they see toilets. Incidentally, Mamin Kancho, if you can never build toilets in isolation. Toilet should be part of housing. Say where you obi danga man, our living room, bedroom, our kitchen. Or your dream no di because we're near a bed in which me a toilet. Why call your toilet a man for one your kitchen? Did you ever think about that?
Well, one okay.
Now, so where's the toilet? Men I'm chrome name who toilets now, kitchen in Kaho. Into wouldn't be a bed in which me used to toilet.
System near run or Ghana, no baby, almost seen a fire before, so they eat on the street.
Why then?
Oh, I find you before.
Okay, what a part me say. Hawkers don't deserve housing. So I can't tell them.
No, I'm saying that the understanding behind it will be that perhaps I'm rest stops near there. No, be a restaurant.
Ghana no just
everyone might just toilets never. But there's nothing.
If you were a party, said the whole Ghana area stops.
I'm not saying that I'm trying to do like find an explanation. Say it's possible. Say because this is exactly what they need. I can't say that so they just need a place to ease themselves.
If you are I'm being blunt. Singapore, all the hawkers on the street have a place to lay their head. The number one concern, because we need a place to lay your head at. You can't even possibly begin to address healthcare. Do you know how smart they are? Because we need baby that there is a high, propensity say, yari, would you want one so inti wo baby that hawkers say wo chrome now what on niama wo pan what the high rise 50-story building. No, what team high rise. So your boys now. Then be an 3-bedroom apartment. No, be out on a bedroom. No, share kitchen. What cohon monarch arrangement in our damn honor.
Yeah, but you can't obey that to say the problem. Member Ghana to me for this ano. And yeah, Baumia creative. Baumia by power that been 8 years ago. That we have a fundamental problem in Ghana. To me, we have the question. We have a fundamental problem with Ghana and Singapore as we speak.
Anything.
Yes, but as we speak.
Incident, catch them.
Yeah,
No problem.
The video corruption, we have lack of planning. I didn't free baby, now bedroom baby. You
Inti,
say something about me, I toilet a street talker, sir. And point your baby or move better up and more one son.
If you are here, the creative corruption, no.
Nothing happened. You focus on corruption every garden of video.
What did you say? For time now, corruption was Mahama time now, corruption was Atamil's time, corruption was Baumia time, corruption was okay. In America, I say, what we are president in that time in your spectrum, no, ye corruption if you can we not do that?
But what if you can't share the kind of system you run Ghana? Can we remove corruption?
And let me say,
completely,
if you're you solve problems from the root cause, not from the symptomatic points. Into root cause, no, he not create. He don't create problem, no. What we are bound, no, what do we create problem? Because when you're willing, say, hey, one crofo a kuku dama, what run ministers. Ministers of state, money are they are what they want to say. One wop or crossing will be a. And you want why I'm saying.
I don't have any evidence. When you say go forward, I don't have evidence.
Okay, I'm saying, you were friending Galamsey, no, Asura Boffo, no wolfy, heaven, no obey Galamsey and Dufa. I bet you know now when disappear. Because I accept, say, ministers and impenuful pastors. No money are they no way Galamsey. One way. Because I then will be to mention the one. Because the problem of Galamsey is so simple. If you excavators, no, and also if you have a neighbor, an effort port. Yes, you excavator beer ever yanya excavators. No, I can so be safe. Effort port into ebedu mainland, no, not one register, no, say a VIN number. And I will special ID number be a one register. Registration no. Now one man a tag no a real time tagger extra positioning a system. Now they are tagging. It's a number be a Ghana. What to me with through satellite. Then partner difficult. A class 1 for electronics. I mean,
yeah, but and you see a brand this point, but only set tracker. Me report our tema. GPH if one steps for cry you view or tema. The tracker contain a transit cargo. Who did say go to meet your tracker? No.
Okay.
We're able to dismantle the tracker. Tracker or harbor. Computer make as a car needs to teach my Yabako.
Intina make us say, if you are so simple. Oh, we're ready. What the tracker share or friending a frame. What the excavator. Now the owner of the excavator in less than 24 hours. The next time Obeko tracker no hon Obeko excavator no hon Obeku say one dismantle and now when you tracker. Okay. Inti say who eya wode if you want register excavator in your name.
To your name.
Now,
okay.
Now who who say when tracker no one report here. An instant revocation of your license. I wouldn't mean yet Galamsey view.
Yeah. Okay. And when the whip is cracked, unko you.
That wouldn't ye view. It is a one yes, any parkono the excuse they say, oh, trackers no one to feet. You know who in team paying fund the year timer. Not to say we a weak leader. And it's so simple. Me say I am one. Because would to me wire tracker in such a way say would disconnected tracker now the whole computer system of the excavator will shut down. Trackers will hosta. Obia ba
to me move you got a normal cars
me say to me how many miles a tracker a excavator no call how deeper arms to not dig statistics ni na no a bit me a computer so near how much F you are digging at every specific point Say we track an year, 2 hours a day, 6 hours a day, 24 hours a day. My young aspects nina. Mistake. The NPP government is a weak, wicked, abro government. One an wo to in the 1% wo because then na gold that ended up in Dubai, yet $20 billion plus. Now gold that ended up in South Africa. If you South Africa for net to gold, 43% of young 43% of 80% of young exportables, 80% of young exportables near gold, oil, and cocoa. 43% of 80%, you know, gold. Guess who gets it? South Africa. South Africa.
And your coffee so one in Ghana for nipa boni for any family smuggle. Now say there was a story about your chicas almost smuggle cocoa, their cocoa d'Ivoire.
And I say, if ye cocoa no, and yasro bofun woban wobefa, will be bieni no deco, efa port neko. Inti most of it, young exports go the if hakwa bruchino, close to 90% of it by air. Inti wadefa kutuka because
you need declare kutuka ho.
Inti baby fans and a play muno and your government officials are wana. If you catch them. You see,
national security facility in Emum, in
national security for no what can who be? What can who one nimpa na go the figana echo Dubai? In the other one carry because what now your government or friending elements
appointees.
So what now you're part of that Duka Daya mafioso cabal ringi. No, what the gold ni fiya kwa bruchi. So,
but the problem is that when you know what kind of problems in and that is why a lot of people thought that any other parties in say cheddar or say CPP or PNCO, why all of you will come together. Say Land forces. No, not for me, a formidable third force. One agenda. I know now my NDC NPP grow ya sense agenda no. But one person was idea to say even in spite of agenda ni no. And then will get some good 1-2 be able to media can. So how are we getting there? Because they're okay, see, and we keep repeating the same thing. Yes, it's true. Said this is the problem. How do we get there when Kakrana Modino Kreno? How can we bring all of you together? Let us say, look, let's face this election. After 6 months to election, let's do a showdown. Let's dismantle, disrupt the system. Let's shake the system. How can we do that?
2024, we're going to disrupt the system. I have a lot of faith in the youth. Say youth, you know, they are laying lions. Who say, you know, we're dormant, but they're going to rise up.
Youth, the emojis to get koto
we don't need all the youth to be proactive. We need some of the youth to rise. So, and baby, any revolution be a take on the majority of the people. A nipa ka create revolution. Inti mede, I have faith. Youth are many one kasano. Me will faith will say come December no, they will rise up and seize their destinies. I have a lot of faith. Now I'm per se youth neti asene say. Mat one cheng enkese OJ all the units, independents in the small political parties now but together and I show legitimacy because one you know cross bars will want to say one year papa. So inti kakrana yebebe together no. May have been in here since 2019. If you many pretty much ubia kasa ochina many 2 independent candidates never have lunch ochina individually because I want to get in there. One crowd will invite me say say well into these people no seem say no one so
serious some showdown
4% genuinely know what but together and near my BBC because obia bre obia bre The only people I want to pay NDC NPP for because they still loving it. So, inti me na memory NPP ni NDC for where supporters and say yemra together for Ghana. Ghana break. It's so sad.
On the MPP for any big crab banner, we are ready to partner with them.
Oh, America said there be. If you let me tell you this, make places be me who MPP for me who NDC for. We sit, we talk, and they tell me say we MPP for. They tell me say we NDC for, but they believe in what I'm doing, and they support me. Worrying to me out because of backlash in T. No one be you one who say, oh, you got to Makufi, but me nim say, bring you do if you 2020, NIPA 17 million register on the register. 6.3 or 6.8 million per net, 12.3 million net wapa. So, into close to 5 million people on Tuapa. Ding ti. Because when we have one choice not on the ballot, now me Jimmy D say 2024 no, so 5 million will rise because we'll be one choice on the ballot. Plus all the offending apathy no yeri says the yen ni para kasana word to near say no way more sympathetic to baby Ghana edu. Ghana I dinu if you never talk gobe. First let me dig gobe 15 cities. Say me talk gobe 25 cities or charge me park no yeah 1 city no charge me fork with a park which is 50 pesos. Inti
and fork ring na so betua.
Oh, you any parking. Me pay wa haban but me pay me your no more. Inti ochiche wa haban ma no they have to park mo ama me. Inti me tua. So, inti say $25 or 25 cedis go be. Inti say me go be 3 times a day. How do I live in Ghana? That is it. For go be nkwano me record 1,000 cedis so. Inti me mfa ka nkwa adwuma. And I live in the neighborhood. Just say, I easy. Security phobia last week. Na me no one kasa say what that baby away a jumano. Until Friday.
Exactly.
Yes. Until Friday no. Them say hin what that and was cardboard. Cars ne 2 corner. Na car park on one se one kete on one da on cardboard.
Waiting tuntum ni nyina because of cars kati
in tuntum they are family members kwadwo wom kwame wom kwasi wom ne adinti in tuntum no wati asese Ghana fu say ye wo helm nti one cow bebre wo bury o dey but one new bebre because one who say
tuntum no kra ho kira no
massa say in tuntum ni na ye in alignment with Ghana ye thing nti what near say enye easy o Ghana ye thing if ya Ghana inti near per se youth no tias and say listen we coming all out but you believe we say youth no have to meet us halfway say youth no wabema won so no wen hia this is going to be the biggest success story in the whole of Africa because if you are the biasa na meka baby Ghana that say no in the middle of the biggest francophone economy in the middle of the biggest anglophone economy no Nigeria, 215 million. In the next 15 years, world report now. Nigeria, Baba, go from 215 to 375 in the next 15 to 20 years.
What economy no size, you know?
One more population size.
Oh,
that's
wow.
Going to be sick from 215 to 375. In the region, 1,000 kilometers from Accra. Oh yeah, the radius of biggest francophone.
As a Ghana, we can take advantage of some Nigeria population.
Oh, Efia, listen. Okay, you know, Mr. Dan I'm reading math and them say radio be in cancer. Efia, I'm saying it first on your show. Yebeye bullet trains from Ghana to Nigeria.
Bullet train in house and cocophobia.
No. Efia,
bullet train of you I went to me no.
Debbie, onye se wentumi anye won amma won anye.
Oh, okay. Nti ganipa ne betumi agba ma.
Thomas Mensa won amma anye no wu wo Kumasi last 2 months o si den. Rather, you Francis and Nkrumah so den edeko.
Oh yeah, it was so sad. Yeah.
Efia, one a ma wan yo. Na etiri me no kan meka the facts behind Thomas Mensah wun achero because me to me kan wa ha. But here na me kan. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Agenda we actually.
Oh agenda we actually me no kasa meka achero.
Any Africa you bebre pa.
Oh yeah bebre. But efia tiu. Yeah a bullet train from Accra to Lagos. Imagine the commerce ebefi Lagos aba. A 215 million economy. Ghana could yes you can now between from sa transcontinental bullet train and we can build it in less than 2 years.
But if you want critical questions, so with what money? For instance, so when you're not this is as a youth, no be as to believe in you.
Okay.
But we are public debt now crossing 558 billion.
Actually,
yeah, see, I kind of old rebates, you know. Okay, you bro 70% GDP cry. Where would you get the money?
Okay. Number one, there be young year mobusia cry. If you are cheap, number one, yen taxable population, no, yeah, about 30% of the working population. Until we take it from 30 percentile to 95 percentile. Look at the income that's coming in from there.
Explain how the taxable way in the explain it.
Okay, because
demonstrations about Kenya, so explain that.
Debbie, yen tax more. It's just one up. You see, 90%, 80% of the young working population, in the North small, medium, and micro, small, and medium enterprises. 90% of such chunk informal. You will move on from informal to formal by the integrated national ID and address system. You need a national data.
Address system.
Oh, 1 year. Hey, Nigeria for China food na cards won't you taxes 1 year.
No, is to I get a data of our what do I mining
1 year, and let me tell you why it's not key word that me used to hear integrated.
Okay. So all the difference between integrated no need the Baomiamo Ghana card why now. Zoom line or yeah, I'm saying Mahama time can on my Zoom line no yeah address system to explain or no.
Difference they say Ghana card what you say na for identification.
Okay.
Good.
Address
good. Baomiaya identification why are they NPP for Muntium card no why are they where it matters because still as a problem will just say and yet airtight. But the part of it may a concern they say integrate they say and yet just for identification for processes.
Okay.
Processes now who could Dubai now a transaction be we a foreigner where so would they passport to my
passport.
Now and no integrate one for transaction be away. Baby, I will see our away a transaction. No, as I said, what me identify or say we are or many and now we are hoho. Now what clear one tax fee process no.
Okay.
What I say, young didn't desire for identification keke. Now who identify Nipano not own to your taxes are not a 1 month so you man 1.5. But what in American into and only young system no you be go from identification to say over to me integrate and send a processes be able show up on the grid. Now say we are hoho instantaneously now we a transaction now.
That's
the difference. So into CAS idea not ye benyeska. Number 3, accountant general and Yaba can say $3 to $4 billion a leak from young bucket of transactions. It was paper trail. Just like Obia where we can nipo ye. And so one apprehended MPP apprehended NDC for where we are. Now NDC for apprehended MPP for where we are. I wonder why. Because maybe perhaps they're all criminals. So I say, inti sana telling inti young system na yet me apprehend that Then in that paper trail, no, we go backwards to the source. If yeah, can you imagine?
It's about now what you're saying, sir. You press retrieve, collect, GBBI, Jinin answers, Quincy, and that is what you are saying. Somebody be funded a bullet train to Nigeria. No,
if yeah, I know a pewastem when you be home, pa, or which make some fine. It's Renia Master to send a wakani, a pepe. Oh, I can say, we a minister of. Minister of Alancharantain, and now we are vice president material bikra niade. Because what can 7 pepe and until you name confidently say yeren ko IMF no. Because sikani now ha. If you sa tax rebates yeah, what they are companies are fake companies are we say one district, one factory, no money a day up in FDIC. Sa dini na be cancel sa FDIC now. And the reason they say Sikana won what be generating no won't keep wukrum ha.
Yeah.
What did you now $8 into affect yen forex. So and if Fanny Ebabe and say yen new policy Ebabe and say company bia or ye FDI and all trade with foreign aid part of all liquidity as I say will keep in-house. Won't me and foul liquidity nina and Debbie. Because then they be stabilize their forex, no. So you need forex stabilization. Yeah.
I don't know why can't we even do that. But if we still are no, bullet train so because I see what Ethiopia for Ethiopia, I think Ethiopia, Kenya, and Tanzania. One railway line, I think connecting Kenya to Ethiopia or something like that. I believe you only said none answer said then I made dream BB sound say look. Ghana, we are not taking advantage of Nigeria population. You know more combatants to some extent. These people have a huge population. That is the economic value. Tap into that. From music to whatever. Tap into that. Look at how we have been able to market Ghana and Nigeria. You are marketing your love Afrobeat. You are marketing it to the world. If we are taking that as even a blueprint, can merge our economy together, leverage turn into Nigeria market. Bring because they have their numbers, they have their mouths. Even a great and quan pussy a diabante, and I for the omudigari. Ye diabante and quan, ye ethanol, ye the gari, ye the one. We can make so much just between Ghana and Nigeria. There's no reason why West Africa. I bring it to me all.
If you're a young spokeswoman, why? Because who can't sell
because no. Make one Gambia. Gambia population 1.3, 1.5. Gambia. Only Ghana classmate, but look at Nigeria.
If you
huge market no more.
Strategic positioning, being in the middle of the biggest francophone and the biggest anglophone, no, and no pet in country biao. This is Ghana's key to success. In the next 15 years. You be building bullet trains to Ivory Coast and to Nigeria on the right side, Ivory Coast on the left side. They are rounding it up. Akofa Burkina. Burkina funa ya one jene, one tong jene into samayeno. Efe ye be scrape won't be bia. Missy, sa transcontinental network here, ye babe. Missy, Ghana could fund it. Ye fund this idea. Sika yen ye binyano. If when you do the numbers, it will blow your mind. Because
so,
of Nigeria.
Why haven't we leveraged on this amongst us or West Africa?
It's all there is to say. They are level 1 thinkers are watching in there. What and let me say, the new world order now abano one tia say. See. The silk train now, why you say Red Sea from Ethiopia all the way to Egypt, to go see Suez Canal. I say China in 70 years.
Yeah, I think China is building it. Yeah,
China to me, Iran and Saudi Arabia a trade. Emma say Suez Canal honey na or friend then Persian Gulf honey na are controlled by China. Ethiopia at up north and Egypt up north and Ethiopia down. No, Sa canal na can ye controlled by the West in there. Say China
control. Any Western countries need some them.
Say young year in the position say ye be present here because of your reserves of gold. Now ye be called by the BRICS. Now BRICS no be maying the foundation and the protection because the world is going through de-dollarization. Say the only thing America, US, the West, well, US beat China by capital markets. Aside from capital markets, China
it take you over.
Yeah. And capital markets.
These are the things that create jobs. No, and make us say, we youth now believe you are monokwami. I don't even know why you believe in them. Look at this young man. I say, how can you say me? Look at the message that he, Mami fan it so that people will call him out. John thinking, you know. Yeah, almost Debbie, this one, Timo. I say board program. Bro, for no crying. We crash are doing no crying correct. Boring program was a board program. Bye to this platform.
Oh, say if you
everybody okay, well, watch them say we don't need all the youth to be smart.
People like this, if they take energy away from you.
Yeah.
What they are saying, don't worry about them. They want to Ghana for they have a right to their opinion. So every human being has a right to an opinion. But you can't have a right to the facts. The set of facts will always be the set of facts. You ever talk about building? Maybe for Nema Nenanom ni idea beba. Nia kana a right ebe boa Ghana food. Nti obi be yaw. Maybe ko programs no obi be yaw me cry. Nya o de be yaw me nako. Nako. Asema America no obi anyansa funi na anim se na kofiri kan ye no kware. Nia me no work kan ye fia. Me say Nigeria. Let me tell you, Nigeria is 20 years behind. But Ghana has to strike the chord now. Yes, strike a chord now. Yet control, me see, escafo Nigeria. Sa one market in now, what a ha. Who dream real estate to whom? Then in Africa, ye wo. Sa market here, American true. If ye need BBL in Sukra, ye was shortage of pizza crowd. We can make millions of dollars from pizza to Nigeria for markets. As I say, yeah, smart. Near young microphone would jay, sir, SUV now wokoto, and then near my way. And we here, master, this is the time for thinking. And this is the time for preparing. Let me tell you, let me give you a statistic. Now that you're in Nigeria, it will blow your mind and it will scare you. What's the average age of a Nigerian? Catch it.
I have to check it. I have to look it up.
The
expectancy rate and our age. Age didn't be like a very youthful population.
Take a guess. Would you take a guess?
Maybe like 25.
17.
Wow.
17.
Economy
Would it talk about you? Talk about
assured purchasing power of better 30 years old.
What is the average age of a Ghanaian?
I don't know about Ghana, so
21.
The average age of a Ghanaian is even higher than Nigerian.
But that's the danger. Because you, if you are Nankofu, and that makes it Nankofu, NPP, NDC, for your concept, not a danger, red flag, I want to say, if you and offense say economic osmosis, no, and no me create and you'll be anti correct who may be a moon.
But it makes sense. So osmosis is a scientific process.
Okay. There are going to be the young Nigerians coming from the less concentrated area to the more concentrated area, Ghana. One have 6 times more than us. Inti Waba, they're going to decimate our youth in skill sets.
It's happening. It's happening, Kakra.
But I know Nankrofun who Mr. Efia. Me analysis now. Let me say, listen, I am the only one who understands this market. There is no candidate as prepared as I am. There is no candidate who understands our world market and the numbers. If you say yes, I year 66% for us, and 66% for them. But one way 66% at 215 million people. 66% at only 33 million people. And what better skill sets than Yang? Inti what better decimate Yang? Inti what better fill Yang market now? We know how many regions are Ghana?
16.
There be 18
regions. No. Why? Explain.
Because how many people in the Ashanti region?
5.6.
There be. How many millions? Population?
A statistical service report in last census, 5.6. Accra 5.7.
Okay. Inti so far what friend then Accra Kumasi Nkwa. We have as many Nigerians in the whole Ashanti region. It creates 2 extra regions.
Can you just the Nigerians don't do a war, they can create 2 regions on their own.
Nigerians are ever Ghana say no. What to me created 2 extra regions to say Oti any and Volta.
And the numbers in the cost will grow. Now, because like I said, small they cost so they are moving to other areas.
The sad reality is say young numbers now statistical service no one fund sa in count because what can one say ECOWAS or a bako and so Ajirigano 1 man they are here to stay. They say yen yuma impo what tong bayire tong brode tong gari tong kobi manicure and pedicure na Nigeria for the cover.
Yeah, any makeup you know
one way bribia say telephones ne worry for market no if ya worry for market ninti sa economic osmosis in America from 17 years worry back full force.
But do you blame them? Say you ain't taking advantage. If the not will say, 17 training for we had to say carpentry, humane, POP, any idea, Nigeria near Togo for Nigeria
for retake advantage. Nigeria for no fault. Young leaders learn weak policies. And no empower young youth, no, because Anke young youth are empowered. But the Nigeria funa bahanu obeje young yuma. Not to say one young penfuna nyanyame as a sanka one war system numa. Yet the one build or mangano, net one creme de la creme no, one baha. Na system I create a purge.
Okay.
One low level for no back to one. They keep young the best Nigerians.
The best for us.
Because the economic combustion now you're here to absorb 840 billion cedis of debt, which is truly the debt level. Say no. You're here to build a middle class. So middle class, you know. Yeah, to me, in fast Nigeria for creme de la creme for now, it's going to be impossible to build, and we can't pay our debts.
We need the Nigerians. To show up the economy.
Here, Nigeria for Sikafuno, any Africa for Sikafunina. See, we want Africa, Ghana to be the Dubai of Africa. So when American, inti send one see Dubai, no, a platform, then see this is Ghana. Now, Obia always see top level, only social ladder, no, or the top level, no, or African, no, one pay Dubai because of discrimination. But Ghana, they walk by, they feel at home because we're to say, yeah, one class now, but at premium. And guess who makes the money? Ghana for never make money.
Because when you say Nkrumah had a vision, like a vision cry, Nkrumah at a point was inviting or more countries. He brought a lot of scholars. Those that they all ended up in Ghana. A lot of these people, returnees from America, from London, they all came to Ghana. I think maybe they all came and Nkrumah was trying to do to build that middle class of aristocrats.
Missy, this is how you build. This is how you build and you churn, because say young profile at the level the bottom of the social ladder now one walk among for first numa aba because inti transformation if any one no accumulate assets into what by 1 year at the bottom view what by will be pushed down foreigners now what by system down now one attain middle class and upper class. What do you say? because Ghana needs to kind of yediko train one in acquisition of assets, and knowledge, the expertise. Into war against that an outsider, but there's here more reason for them to come back. They need a reason. You need your house, any 10 things that make housing, healthcare, employment, education, transportation, telecommunications, security, recreation, markets, and a functional central business district. Sanya main na components of nation building. Sustainable. In 67 years, Ghana to me build one component of Sanyama 10 year making in 67 years. Because these guys say one up back, one metamorphosis, where NPP, NDC, Fune, one up back for 67 years in a day, were clueless as to building a dynasty, building a nation. Kwame Nkrumah pet and all was vision.
Okay.
So, you go back. Yet to start, I didn't say, the kind of money Ghana can make in the next 5 years, and the foundation we could build for the next 15, 20 years, this is the opportunity to do it. Yeah, to me, I understand time, and we're friends say emerging from the shadows, because they say, the West, why are you busy thinking about one existence?
More problems, yeah. They are not ready to solve our problems. Yeah,
Africa for not just one in a nice place into who say problem.
Kofi, me person no man for joining almost to share our views on this, and I think this is very important. Unfortunately, Ghana for baby no. Yeah, saying for Nigeria for a lot of people thought Nigeria for baby are not crime. It's a wrong thinking. What about Jane said? A very, very myopic wrong thinking. Our Jane said because Casapreco started so all marketed to Nigeria because of Nigeria for population mukutano. Only Casapreco Casem Bia can how Nigeria market no opened up another level of sika because Ghana nipa 32 million Ghanaians. O talk Casapreco niaman ko adro say na mbotimi ato plus you are competing with other products. I don't conumne Fanta ne Coca-Cola numne ade fia brocheba but Casapreco here so look let me break into West Africa market. And that Casapreco can one of the billionaires of Ghana. Oh, here, so yeah, enjoy this territory. This is exactly what South Africa for to brainwash yourself into thinking on Nigeria for bad and crime. Crime was harder than San Nigeria for bad. Crime was harder than San Nigeria for bad. Yeah, so I didn't crash Nigeria for no. Nigeria for any area. And this is what Nkrumah was talking about, the unity of Africa, because Nkrumah knew. Say, yeah, and you bet me business not into each other's market. And looking at Ghana, your population is say so, but Nigeria population soon. And he say, Jane the crown yeton, and I'm a co-crown yeton, yeah, dream me cook for Nigeria marketer. You have over 300 million. Do you know how much a Sika Ubenya who dream me cook for just like do you know the number of workers you betty? Yeah, if I want betty me konu crack can eat cramba. As to Ghana for eat the cottage toast. Yeah, fan for keke so mundia meko, omuya omuntiti meko no for just Nigeria market over 300 million population. Imagine, it's more na Nigeria for me see before Nigeria for Ghana na time bonia kese Kofi Chintoko we up papa no 80s. Papa bi no fa se ko jiske dro ye na ye no Ghana ni. Abesim ne ya boy ye so kunkum ko for de o mo shema home Ghana ni. Ghana ye bonia na ye say o man nye aho bia. Mama nkoye to say Trump analysis ni be say nkofo take black jobs and they be quite say how America for no me boni for mo boni bi o ba bia nye obi na free nuko na bibini na Ghana for say e shito ni ade ya Ghana for ba broche na boni ni bi wa broche dada. What I until let's disabuse our mind. There's a great opportunity. Nigeria market no is offering Ghanaians. Ye fa ni leaders ni nyina fa ni ye si ye dua banche. Ye dua board ye gari nko produce and now for Nigerian markets any ade wa brocha Ghana bayire no moton Ghana bayire we have not even been able to take advantage of even bayire markets but all the West Africa for ni no mu nyina di bayire na ko London na ko US all the shops ni nyina na ade Ghana bayire no mudi. Let's even take advantage of that and that will show you say ye way Inti mama yendi say abisi ya again sometimes ya again too in this global environment you can you cannot do business with yourself. A global world. Enti Ghana ton niema kwa America for ton ade ba Ghana. Ghana for the niema kwa London for ton niema ba Ghana. It's a global market environment. Take advantage of it. Create jobs for Ghana boys. So many adwuma create boys jobs. Boys in nya adwuma nye. Enti mo youth no man disabuse mo adwe na mo tena ye there ma so be say enyom ba ko keke black sheriff Nigeria for G too mo can na black sheriff blow up no. We need each other. A symbiotic relationship. You know how we can manage the relationship between say any say. The fact that we are leaders doesn't mean that we cannot do it well. What I say, truth they say, if you don't know what the Nigerians think of the Ghanaians, it doesn't matter what they think of Ghanaians. What I say, it doesn't matter what they think of us. It's what we can use them for. That's it. We are saying, the only part that's any somebody thinks evil of you. Also, you think evil of somebody. So it doesn't matter what they think of you. Who say? Oh, now what Nigerians think of us? I said Kataprekusika or Paki free Nigerian come back and ho. Kobo national question Katapreku tracks your cover every day. So I do you know what Nigerians think about us? You need to build your economy. Build the economy. Munja coins thinking, will not get anywhere. Even Indonesia and Singapore, these Nigerians are being executed for peddling with drugs. And they must have Ghana for cry for drugs. Nancy, I say a chenko for Ghana. Or my actual for drugs or Ghana for drugs which are Nigerians. Don't stereotype anybody. What you people are doing is stereotyping. But Ghana free 90 could the started some the drugs to Pabloche. You more Ghanaians in Ghana than Nigerians. Yeah. Cybercrime by almost in Nigeria for Nesakawa. Ghana Paja for or Nigeria, Ghana. Boys are there more US court, romance fraud. Ghana for more than Nigerians. Munjai, yeah, bad, but let's take the best we can from there. Kobina Okabi Bimpacho, your point.
If you may say, one more Ghana, no more bear passports now. And you Ghana for the passports and Emma or more
Omoko.
One more Ghana for no agents, they Nigeria for no call. So, inti, and yet, they kind of say, wouldn't get smart enough to protect who economy. Problem no, on you, and yet on the person or exploit it, no. And you no a problem. A wuna who nyansa wo fam say want to me input together and yoma to make sure say who sideline ne wo mo and who yi criminals na free. Me policy ade bia me can say obia who free Nigeria so free any other African country and any other country who pa hanoma na who be far port now on far airport now far any of the land ports now entry points now who be do ha ya be your passport near mount a travel document I will be used to Ghana. Near Kipu passport and say a hana be sambe fako. No one might deposit to protect wo say 30 days ni do no am your passport and I say kana wo ya geno near day babe show. So I say we are simple Mr. say would need adwena wo fu say a big deal na ho master. A simple thing. Any systems ninti ama your problems not are big, and to anyone who does not understand how systems are built, you think that a very cumbersome and it's impossible, but a small thing. Listen, who nam Dubai, one more what a bus one more pick it up with what
Iris, yeah.
Who kwa wakasi over there? Who say papers expire when I'm home. Who do next bus stop or not? Ya signal to depot air coaster say no be about one policy for so if ya me who policy for motisa one castle. Hey, me call Palm Jirira police station. Me do how to make us send me drew ATM, my drew bank, send up me police station. What colors of police station? Hono just a warming.
Yeah.
Now, just say, what may change the brand of policing? Say, woman no bekasa nine, a hoy and team, yankasa, or bow no bekasa nine, since near the old quarnessa. So, inti, it will be in a style. Yan necessary, you take it the best practices from around the world. And to me, a bespoke system be for Ghana for to protect Ghana. na Emma Ghana for enya a leg up on Obia. That's the smartness.
Yeah.
Market no ho. Nigeria for no go Dubai, ko South Africa you go Dibia. I don't know ma enye coast Ghana $2, $3 away.
Away from them.
Yenye market no ha no mo Emma ha. Ne yemma wo mo bullet train e do mo cop by a shuttle wo mo uba ha no ma 2 hours. The train is running at 400 miles per hour. Me call from the Bonjour or Sehifa from Shanghai to
Guangzhou, okay.
Bonjour, I say one dini na say, Masa, caught at 400 miles per hour on the bullet train. Just imagine.
And what efficiency? And the one is that obi to meet in New York or quite Jumao. Now just before in New York, it's all the Mokoba.
Yeah, no cry, your fa bus ko de biaba. You fa bus fee Port Authority, Airport Clark, New York, exit 135 on the Garden State Parkway. Every Monday biya me ko meeting with Clark. An hour 10 minutes ride. We'll drive here. Inti and also call at about 70 miles per hour. And no Kumasi Shem crowd Kosunyani ho baby. Inti ade na inti ni na ye enunti na America say if ya say Ghana for yanye connectivity yente commerce say what the Chinese did first before they did anything is they built roads because they understood that roads and the major ingredient to commerce. And no na say they are called from roads to connectivity because I see waterways, as I see tram, as I see subways, bullet trains, planes. You need airline crowd over 24-hour economy. Concept. Wouldn't you mass transit? How do you do commerce? If you catch me, school our quay. They said, yeah, we are lawyer. How do you do 24-hour economy? I say, don't get your bow, say, yeah, be well, this be Jumanajo. We boss ye beton wachi. We boss say, yeah, be near more near the plane and I'm near to a near Guamoso concept. One year road system. What kind kakre wo as soon near to the car faswa. You de bia now ball joint bubu. We say obey now wo be and the most ridiculous thing is that wo be employee security personnel. Say no be protecting Crawford one be nam say na mo ye 6 car mo de kwa high security personnel to protect one more be 24-hour economy. I na won fa and expanded wo horizontal integration. Now won't feed agro-based industries, with produce from the agriculture sector. Now won't add the value, now won't export to. If you
I think the point that they are trying to is that they want to be intentional about pushing some kind of economic acceleration.
I'm being very blunt. That's not how it's done. Martina, New York, for 37 years of my life, I've worked in a 24-hour economy at Metro North, 43rd Street and 12th Avenue, UPS. I know how 24-hour economies work. You can't do a 24-hour economy at Ghana. You don't have the.
You can't do it.
It's not possible. Masa, if I'm in Constant 2023. The only place that a 24-hour economy, a midtown. Now, 24-hour economy. Woke up Chelsea by 12 o'clock, 1, 2 o'clock, everything is shut down. Just a corner stops, bodega. Woke up Uptown. By the time I would track 47th Street, 53rd Street, the place is shut down. The central area, Times Square, maybe we'll call Bryant Park to 42nd Street. Your friend saying
42nd, no, Grand Concourse, Crasso.
Oh, Grand Concourse, yes, and on 9 o'clock now, but they get open. Mecca in the middle of the city, 42nd from maybe Chelsea to 53rd Street. That is the extent of your 24 hours.
Stops like a second saying, and
as they say, Hudson Yards a crowd won't be in and saying crowd. By midnight, the stores need upon. Because if you have my main concern, now that you're talking about my main concern, you see, the genius of a 24-hour economy, is to interconnect in the concert economy, concert commerce. And then they say stop. And Dubai was smart enough to come out with the shopping mall idea. Shopping mall. Because they bring masses of people, converge them, and near more opportunities to shop in a concentrated area.
And also security in a concentrated area until you can manage the security in just the Dubai mall area.
That's the whole idea. The mechanics of commerce in New York City now are totally different. Dubai from New York. So, into concepts, and yeah, Juma year to say yeah, Juma woko Dubai mall. A year kesia, one more over 2,000 shops. Woman, which me shopping or now over New Yorker. You have to literally walk like 5 miles from east side to west side and go, and yet efficient way to shop. They know that. So, it's so hard to say we'll create a 24-hour economy in a system like New York, even though Midtown New York is 24-hour economy. Stores spread all over the place. Dubai, what they do is that they put it all in a mall, put a roof over it, they temperature control it, and say go Sikkim, go shop till you drop. And no, yet the most effective way. Now, who need transportation system? You worried about where are people coming from? Now, mobile transportation system. It just doesn't make sense. Won't think us will be beton white 24 hours. There be for by 10 o'clock. Most of them they have to go take a rest because as I said, no one fan a car more be said koka. I don't find a car maba because give me the steering wheel, give me the enye juma 24 economy, enye juma sa. So because mate ni nimka or nimka kan ko nye mate Ghana fwe. Or ye nimka kan ko no akojene car. Come on, man.
I say obi almost starting as a printed as an obey yana.
Or the car not permit this car or sa into no ye mate no.
Oh, bet me I can't go Canada.
Oh, massa. Uncle Johnny crack up, baby. Abawe, now Baumiana who's that? Oh, no, I do can't a man called Johnny. Just free mate, no Johnny for long time. I a very dishonest guy. Oh, no, the kind of where this can when you can't be a person. Massa, Baumia.
No, Baumia, can you get one CKD allegation against him?
Why?
But we also a this category already.
Okay, okay,
Martin Pebble
that's
was
also
making
now,
those
mate, when you
allegations.
scar, mate, give me the when you scar, the car, see, is your person driver. When you scar,
Oh, that's what I talk. No, so person car, no, master car, no,
now the master, no, retire, the master, the fake crowd and the way up is your
and you know, there's a planket, you have a car, man, and you're the way or don't make the car, man. Hold on, one for joining because people want to really share their views about this issue. But Nigeria market now here Canada. But somebody was saying, if I'm shocked that you say one mark of you granting after watching. No, I've been thinking about this about how
they're thinking about other things.
I think that sometimes you must stereotype like the money, no, Nigeria for Nigeria. I think it's a very primitive way of thinking. Me say just classic example ya kasapreko. Se kasapreko june sa june no and ke sika busumi bia kasapreko jiri from any kasapreko. I don't go this man. No. The money he makes from Nigeria. I don't call no ma and but he decided to look at the rest of West Africa. They are making good money there. NS chemists no Kinafama no. The chunk of their market is in West African countries. That is where they sell their medications. So I'm telling you, the kind of jobs we can create.
The average age of a Nigerian is 17 years old.
The economy, no? And they also see because your market is in Nigeria for the they just want to because Ghana with good reputation. What I say? But numbers, we need the numbers. Me say if you're in toast, you see a young toast in Kwama Nigeria for you bet me see in toast.
Gary. If you would say beans here, they are watching the Ghana in Nigeria and in Niger. Beans,
no.
Black eye beans, no.
And I react.
Just say,
Because money to go beneath Gambia.
yeah, the other bar.
Money to go beneath or say no super good in Gambia.
A bar and China, my season and the any storage facilities into the American say, as I say, a reverse BB Nigeria near for them. I just smart business, man. Yeah, we're ready. If you are,
you are packing. Good evening.
Yeah, Steph, yeah. Also,
Adumo, Yentio,
so for the first time, in Zambia, I can minute drink a crack. Steph, yeah, a 24-hour economy, they know the young phantom China, even NDC for a common team matrix. In some of Mukafa 24 hour, even a London have planned Steph, yeah, a 24-hour economy. Maybe I'm here right now, a Oxford Circles. Now, the shops, only no more pom. Shops upon be anyhow, cause yeah, Upak met me a PA up you born the shops in upon to 24-hour economy because me chrome a jar and I me chrome a puano huntado and I say we are me chrome say we are unting can say Ukoye South 24-hour economy no. And on a dinner I'll na eno no ye be chop ba na say but ye enkrante ye
oh but say but okay said adwuma bi wo ho dia because na me example say tema ye wo ye wetema yi their factories say Unilever ne ade na mo ye 24 hours dada enti because factories no wo ho nti obi ton emo a obeton no 24 hours the company you turn no 24 hours because there's something that is feeding into you know there's a factory there. Yeah, continue or pocket no these were factories are 24 hours.
And yen to say 24-hour economy no Ghana dada.
Oh, say no there can say there's somewhat okay, and you 24/7 but all the time.
Kumasi say uba ahinsani aton so first say ho na timba yi na ase na wo and na one bi mu ye adwuma anopa 6 no mo apon 2 na 2 4 ko no mo apon 8 na 8 4 na erane uba labor officer Kumasi uba bana cars so na fa nipa ko e 24-hour economy de enya mahama mo no de ayade e but mahama mo na be say no NDC na be say no be say 24-hour economy de NDC na be say Ghana 24-hour economy one e dum so yes
before doom so not 24 hour no a mainstream let me tell you full blown 24 hours so
Steph ya unim say Kumasi uba kasia na e Guinness Ghana ho
yeah ampa
unim say egu because
I know so mo the omoniama machines ni bi koye yes
uba Kumasi na ukọ mfanse ahinsan ho na e Coca-Cola factory ho unim say no so egu me cousin ba
ko downsize
Safia dum sorry me cousin ba ko no oye adwuma o say Accra no ho mo ine fro ko Accra because of doom so most of the companies in na
there was me obi ba no kan sem na enye no kra no ma fact check no and there true doom so ne ba ye no Coca-Cola for downsize am aware because me best friend ba ko ye penny power Coca-Cola so they downsize enye ho kwa Unilever say sistema doom so no they moved some of their factories to Nigeria and sold Frito to India. They say Frito no a private person, some will come to 3. Baby, I'm me PhD, like Joggers Estate is just a few meters away from there. But what he's trying to say, and he said, well, the Mahama can say, because there was no support, but he has learned his lessons from Doomsony effect, you know. So now it's a full-blown support. The economy.
Which blown full-blown support? Because even the campaign, Mahama, my fire. Even the energy sector, they buy a bit to me as sustaining. What is some Mahama?
Or kind of vision in there.
Or the work I'm coming.
If you read a vision,
work at 24 hours economy. What kind of that? I don't know for a coin I'll buy a bit to me as energy sector. No, you bet to me. I
say a woman vision. My ready here. How the lessons they have taken from Doomsday time no. And what they are going to do, a vision him.
Mr. Fiona, I'm coming.
Okay.
I'm say a Casano, Kofi Casano, not or sick. A woman say Ghana, your system, any system, something here try to say a bit me abroad. And Ghana card, and person maybe sans a 10 now, or more canon, 10 now, Ghana card, 10, or no, dear Ben. So, let me check more because he
integrated way now.
Almost a 10 number. 10 number no eno na obi ade be ne snake numbers be bisa Ghana and I'm what
okay mean obexem
just
now
to pay their taxes and here on 20 no actually so that be our taxes no obi abetimi hu tax obi atua na on says if you for some time no Nigerians no ya the bibia share trum say alata for ye say say look ekro bia no mensa wo ekro bia mensa wo Ghana for cry ye nyina ye sa sakawa ye nyina ye bi Nigeria for ye bi so if you want say chromia maminka e bi nchro say about a year ago na me will break and I'm see from now Nigeria ni bi hu say me ne Ghana ni bi na ye di nkomo ntina me koyi sika enti me call cash point na bi sika we me and buy and say my brother where are you from? Now I'm from Ghana. So if you own him, Okotoye, Ebuntre wo menim chia me. Was look, my brother, I'm telling you, I'm from Nigeria. Ghana, you are blessed. Oh. Ghana is small London. My brother, look, I want to go to Ghana and do something, have some factory, do this. And today, but I think Ghana no your problem yenya na kuwa esisi o Ghana no na ma Ghana kechi because Kenya ye Democrat from Krumananka ye timi to aso kakra ka Ghana ye ko yenim the ideas now can true we can do it but as to say Ghana for Virginia to abama no eno ne asem no
eno na oka say propaganda so na NDC NPP for so afa no ba ofa ke ma me na wase
anya propaganda
ko fa je na small party be to me win but
anya propaganda
na no party kit will be independent we win
Sefia ejina the way we be see and mobilize who say Ghana no your idea be say you two parties enti who ba for na ejina the way we be see am do ni nsam na o kan true Ghana can do it na e betimi Nigeria omo economy no Ghana betimi ewuremenya ye betimi enya sika bebre e dey free ho and dey no for the first time yeah me panin some more can ba we dey they all can them
Mamina we packet e na confidi is about we dey wagia to mpa say e to asum because Nigeria market there massa a big market population no is a lot of mouths to feed. Opening some good evening.
Good evening, Sister Fia. Okay, Sister Fia, now I am very happy. Oh, okay. I'm very happy. Say at least Yebra Kofi. I think today is the first time I'm mentioned to Boasia Metin. Now, next summer I think say Imodu pay. Sebio, yeah, there are many people in this country. Now we bleed in our heart. Like we look at things and we bleed. Say, how can Ghana be so much poor? In line of my work, and I do travel a lot, and and he made mention of 10 thematic areas Ghana can succeed on, and it has been something that I have been thinking about. I think even Ghana crano say you can't say share your problems. We are just looking at, for me, I was just even looking at 4 areas. And I'm happy say the 4 areas that I've always been thinking about is captured in his 10 point areas. Employment, education, health, security. So the Ghana enye akwadwo Ghana for yenya akwadwo. All what a Ghanaian wants is enabling environment obetimi a thriving. So what set environment ni money year Ghana ni betimi aye na adwuma. but the system has been designed say a kele Ghanaians. Wow, person obo homodin crown. Now the system is kind of killing you, and the system will kill you to the extent say you will not be able to survive. If you are mamima, just a simple example be say obi be brain ho kase me bobo container BDSC ho. Obi enfi wo bank loan kra wunya bi because banks don't risk because you are a startup. Obo container ni so on ma de be chena assembly for aba, na taxi for we yaba, na dues for we yaba. You will not survive it. But foreigners will come into this country and they will thrive because the money now or more by a country, it can work within our country.
Most of them are more tax free, bare 5 years. Most of them, that's what they give them.
Look at that. And then secondly, if you look at our general system now, he made mention of our transportation system, and it is good. Here I was in Salt Lake, and Ghana some time ago, meaning say they introduced something like BRT, bus rapid system or something like that. It never worked because why? Trotro, any bus, they are competing on the same lane. So what is the point? What is the rapid about that busing system? In Utah, so US, we have your friend is a VOH, high occupancy
HOV, high occupancy vehicle lane.
HOV lanes, exactly. And so say oh, you're more than one person etiquette, then you use that faster lane. Now you musuo more now you're one person. Lane so you'll be arrested, and then it tells people to pull cars. Say me name and crop for it with the same area. We can actually pull car. Pack, and so that we can go faster.
HOV is working because lane about 6. Into your designated back away HOV. I have problem. I obstructing traffic. But I have 2 lanes, maximum 3 lanes. Also, we have HOV 2 no traffic. Sometimes we must be reasonable. 2 lane. Also, HOV. How can you do 2 HOV on a 2 lane?
It will never work. And you know that generational thinking now, it's exactly like we look at the way the system is and we ask ourselves, who are the kind of people that are ruling us, that are governing us? Policy be on the baby, and you look at it and say when you're a little bit exposed, that you look at it and you feel so sad. Look at train system. Train system is very simple that you can share. US, some places that I know, the train and the vehicles, that is the cars, are using one same road. And train will have its traffic light, it will stop, a lane, a vehicle will cross. They are all using one same lane. Why can't we do the same? Red line or blue line or green line, or depending on the stopper you want to alight in, you pick the kind of train. It will solve all the traffic system that we have in Accra. Doesn't mean say when they travel, they don't see some of these things. It's Brakofi, I think say you've really impressed me, and we really need this kind of force. And I'm happy say I tune in today. But then there are other people who are more I hear say one young guy in Nana Kwame is really doing well. Please,
also,
if there's some of these
independent to kind of form some group, December 7th elections.
Beautiful. If you have my vote, if you do that, I can promise you that. Please. And if you thank you very much for
you. I think there was a number and send a private message now. I think that Kofi can contact back if you bet me the number na Ashewaman and answer Mr. Sam bet me the number na to and then you can start talking. I mean, it doesn't even matter what happens, but Ghana for so we can always leverage on something positive for Ghana. Uncle Bako, good evening.
It's a good evening, sir.
Oh, you was there.
I'm in the holiday intermission if you.
Holiday will come home.
And then Sunday 1st July.
Oh, Ghana, them holiday in April until we observe it, but it's not officially an official holiday.
And maybe I'm on a 1st July holiday in
okay. Oh, that's good. Okay.
The moon, the mama catch you, I'm going to make it or that same people. The final that sometimes when I started a programming, I'm not used to. I mean, programming all these drink or but no, that cover whom he saw me, the master my cover chroma.
Sorry, yeah.
I just want to calm down. Sometimes I can say, yeah, some of us we have our own opinion, and maybe the way we put it, you might think that we are being harsh, and we are being disrespectful for something, but it's just our nature. I'll use this opportunity there. If you have a mobile platform, then I can say maybe no. That's how I am. If I go, I be an time. Just I say, when he burst into the scene, they opened them presidential whatever. And at the point they had a group, he had other people. He was partnered with them, right? Do they does he still have contact with those people? Number one. And if he doesn't have contact with them, some of us actually were like, okay, good, this is a good force, you need to push it. But we actually drifted because of the confusion amongst themselves. What actually brought that confusion? So you see,
when they try to infiltrate,
that is a big lie. I'm sorry, but
how is that a big lie?
The orchestra, or use direct, and it's normal. What's not that? So you know. So if I say that is a big lie, he doesn't have to say that. I'm also going to be very, very brutal with him today. I'm really happy that he's here.
Yeah, but on what basis are you saying, sir? Maybe you can say that maybe he can't prove that, and I won't prove. Because I even know the parties are they infiltrate into smaller parties.
Hold on. If you can't prove that, does it make it true?
Yeah, but that also doesn't make it automatically a lie. A lie is conclusive. It's open. That is open. But it's a lie. It's conclusive. It's very determinable.
Is Baumia a comedian?
That is an allegation on a political talk.
Allegation. It's a lie.
Okay, I will make a point.
Introducing earlier on. Sometimes when I hear these introductions and all that, I don't know. I don't know how to put it, but look, Obi and your Baba catch or there, me is king. For the rest of my life. If I'm coming to you, I present myself in a way you will understand me. I will appear credible for you. Do you understand? I mean, if you tell me that I should leave whatever I'm doing, not because I'm not patriotic. There are other things that I do for my people that I don't need to come and tell you that I do all these things. Get it? Obi about us 24 hours economy. You said it's a lie. You said it's a concept. But you live in a country where 24-hour economy works. The fact that somebody gave an example of 24-hour economy, one to assume it doesn't make sense to you, doesn't mean that the whole policy it worked. Another one, you're correct. Sometimes we have to elevate the conversation. Discerning people are listening. I want to put this question to Kofi, and I want an answer, please. What is your definition of a youth? Tell me, please. How do you define a youth? Yes.
Okay.
I want
to be from 24 hours. I'm not saying that you have moved away from the 24 hours point now.
No, it's a case as some of them.
Okay, but there are people behind you, and I want you to also be mindful of.
You see the problem. Obi Ben, how many times I can answer?
I'm the moderator. What is my use if I cannot regulate it?
Indirectly, you're cutting me off, right?
I asked you a simple question. I'm no stupid girl. You can't bully me. No, hang on. I am sitting here for a reason. All right. Me was a simple question. It wasn't conclusive. Me so point on 24 hours and a so that we can answer your question on the youth, because that's a different issue. We will point on the 24 hour. Then I can let him answer the question on the youth. Because these are two different things and we can't mix it up.
I'm using the answer of Mamono to tie into the 25. I don't waste the post time.
No, it's not to come and banter with me. It's to explain. No, if you are my question to him on the youth, no, it's related to 24. Hang on. I've told you can't bully me. Including you and your beard and whatever. You can't bully me. No. You always try to disrespect me, and I always. But don't worry, it's okay. It's I go into mouse my fan. I go so may the man so my fan. No, hang on. No. But it happens all the time. I hear you at a meaningful. The moment is a woman that is sitting in the chair. There's a way that they want to handle the interview. You can't do that to me. I mean, I'm bodam yet tamagel. I talk about the boy. I mean, yet tamagel. Yeah, bodam yenam. Mister, I asked you a question because I couldn't find a correlation between you to question and 24 hours. All you have to do is if it's related, so let him answer, and I'll go to him and let him answer. You don't have to. Maybe I know what there from the mountain. Because sometimes you have to just loosen up. Like I be fire from Ufia and Canada. Because you are still related to answer youth question answer. No really point. No.
Youth is a young adult.
Which age?
Does it matter?
Which age?
It's a young adult. Once they get from 18, a working age.
If you are, it's okay. I really feel bad. I really feel bad right now because the word bully is not part of my thing. I don't do that, and so I don't want you to use the word I'm trying to bully.
You are not conscious, but what you are doing amounts to bully. I'm telling you. This is not the first time I'm in a day, so you shouldn't see
it. I'm used to it.
It's normal, but sometimes I'm there like you just want to be difficult.
Okay, so you said
it really can't be bad.
Okay, let me land there. So you said the 24-hour economy is impossible or a concept, right? Listen to all that you said. You Obiana doing the 24-hour economy is about buy and sell, shopping. It's totally wrong. If you mentioned Temaport works 9 to 5, but look at the number of time hours Otek will be to clear his goods. Do you understand? So assuming that Ghana, I'm going to pay a tax of let's say 100 cedis on it. The 100 cedis should go to the government. The government needs resources. So if it takes me 2 weeks to clear this, within a month, I can't even bring in 100 of this.
Yeah.
But if I know that it will take me, let's say, less than a week to clear it, I will multiply the number of times I'll bring this thing to Ghana, and then the revenue goes to government. 24-hour economy, somebody comes, somebody just does the inspection. Open, Obiaba, he does the paperwork. Open, Obiaba, wa clear. Within a day, I'll clear 1,000 of these. So if I'm a lay person, if I should bring that 24-hour economy, I'm not relating it to the way what Jatana, Chobanas, or a layman's language. One for policy in Bay, they've not brought the policy document. But if I'm able to give you this scenario, and then you tell me that 24-hour economy is not feasible, like or a concept, which confidence will I have in you as an independent candidate to come and help me?
Okay, so if you please, can I have some time to? Okay, Inti Parker, see a couple of things. There is a misconception. There is a misconception that Ghana food Enya, and this is what the NDC is driving. That's not the way it is. Misconception is there. Just because somebody works round the clock does not create a 24-hour economy. You work around the clock, no? It's a time shift. An economy is a synergistic conglomerate of...
The whole day, no?
If you am 10 years now, also to you. 24-hour economy is an orchestra, a synergistic compilation of commerce going on simultaneously around the clock. Mpocho atma can I say? Inti sound could say Parkwesi e juma around the clock. Na iwiene bi be take over our shift no be around the clock na on your 24-hour economy.
But I think what you're explaining is what he's talking about. You know.
But Parker say, it be a around the clock on yet. 24-hour economy is a multitude of businesses that are interrelated, not related, all working at the same time to generate multiple outputs of businesses and products.
I think the example he gave about the port is saying exactly synergy American. Because the port doesn't operate on its own. But Chicago, no maybe no other port. And people also claim. So that's the synergy he's talking about.
Yeah, but tell you, a port, a port working 24 hours to clear goods is not a 24-hour economy. It's clearing a good.
How can they clear?
It's not a new business. It's a business already generated that is going through clearing.
Yeah, but how about expanded business? Copy, hang on. It may not be a new business, but it can be the existing business that has been expanded.
I know.
Terminal 3 or port. We expanded Tema Port. We established Terminal 3 in Tema Port. A lot of people talk about Terminal 3. What didn't they have on Uncotin? But what Terminal 3 was Tema Port. It's the biggest terminal. It is your gang cranes near all home or your giant cranes in the. So they are able to spend every minute, I think every 6 minutes, the cranes are able to 10 containers, I think 500 or 200 containers in a minute. There are vehicles that come from Burkina to come and pick cargo. So, so if there's no synergy, how can even clearing process work?
Yeah,
but the people who are also doing the cranes are from a different company. The shipping lines are from a different company. The shipping companies in a next time. So there's synergy right there.
When you talk about an economy, we are not saying businesses operating on 24-hour workload. There is a huge difference. You see, this is where the confusion is. If people are getting the impression there, if a business operates 24 hours and is doing things, it's an economy. Economy is not. Economy is a synergy.
Bigger than a port example.
Way complex and bigger with a multiplicity of things going on at the same time on platforms. The platform, you have to, there has to be connectivity. There has to be competency. There has to be complexity before there can be a full 24-hour economy.
Okay, because my Paco didn't any point, because he also has to respond to you.
I give up. I give up. And it saddens. Oh yeah, you there. I'm your bubbly, but as someone why am I real? Because these are the people that we are looking up to make policies. I gave you an example.
But he's talking about bigger synergy.
Which bigger synergy are we talking about? I start with pork, and it's not only pork. It's an example I gave you. Don't worry, it's okay. No, don't try it. You know what? If you are,
if you think that the bigger synergy example, because he's talking about more integrated.
I'm just running up. No matter what I will say, Kofi understands where I'm coming from. He knows it. He knows. Just that there are a couple of people who are, excuse my language, very gullible. They don't look into the. If you was I want to say him. You understand it perfectly. You are trying to correct him by exchanging.
No, I don't understand it perfectly. I think he's talking about a bigger It's not a simple it must feed into a system. That's what he's talking about.
Economy.
It must feed into macroeconomics. It must feed into a macroeconomic system. So I think what NDC has to do is also to market it and explain, because
they don't understand.
So you need to explain it to
understand.
People. Yeah.
So indirectly, what Kofi is saying that I don't understand the 24-hour economy, right?
No, you don't. But I'm telling you right now,
you are struggling to explain.
Hold on. So he said or a concept, but you understand it. You understand it.
Listen. Papa, see, there seems to be this there. America, what's the problem? America, listen, this is my.
I want you to explain to me.
On the market,
But you can tell me that my concept. I cannot concept.
Very well. One second. Papa, see, it on 8 hours. Maybe bet you I don't know another 8 hours. Maybe bet you I do be on 8 hours or 24 hours. That doesn't mean you have a 24-hour economy. That's all I'm saying. Because the fact that round the clock, independently, in isolation, doesn't make it an economy. Economy has to work synergistically with other businesses. Then it makes an economy.
Thing.
Uncle Bago, to your point, so that I can pick Miss Orekumuna.
I must say, listen, I am not the type of person. I sometimes want to come out with my point. I don't want you to use the word bully. Bully is a very big word on a very serious note. And if
that's how I feel every time I'm I really feel that way. Because every time you try to and you try to correct everybody. No, if you have your opinion,
I am my opinion. So I don't want you to feel like this. No, I can't.
I also don't want you to belittle other people.
Oh, maybe
instead of Ken. I mean, this is not the issue.
No, but you see, the thing is,
it has happened too many times.
What did I do today? If you are, please, in the maybe, when I started talking, I first of all told you that I don't mean it. It's just my way of
creating. Even the devil doesn't know the mind of human beings.
But today I've not said anything with it.
So I can only interpret words now action. That's all I can interpret. I can't see your intention.
What I'm saying is, there's no need for you to bring it today. I don't even remember it.
I'm forming my opinion based on series of acts. I'm not partial. I don't just pick one issue in isolation. I'm forming it based on series of acts. Then no, don't do that. And I'm question. You see, let me check time. Look, right now there are about 10-20 people online, all wanting to speak. And when I said I'm more time, but let me check time. No more be any. That's why I want Sky now. CNN now. Thank you very much. No, I can't. But
usually, I don't keep long. You know it. I don't even spend.
But the things you say will always I will rebut when it's a personal attack. I will rebut it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. So thank you. Ms. Oreku, good evening.
Yes, Sophia. I want to say.
Adam Bajo.
Boko. But make us a free Denver, Colorado.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the second time my will show you.
Yeah, that's it. I hope say we are not show too much there because heat wave and you say papa.
Yeah, we just na big now. You are the
papa.
Sophia, my 24 hours in crabby, then I'll go to Kofi. You see, 24-hour economy, it can never be a policy.
How?
24-hour, a result of a policy. Over US, over China, over any other developed countries, they didn't say, oh, we are doing 24-hour economy. But the policy no more and drive all those things. They call 24-hour economy a demand-driven. A demand-driven. Because if you are Kasa Preko, Echo Nigeria, why are they there? They are there because of demand. And if Kasa Preko is producing 20 cartons of Kasa Preko to Ghanaians, now there is a demand in Nigeria. Meanwhile, the 24 cartons they were producing for Ghana, no more. So let's say 10 hours or 8 hours. Now there's more. So probably either they'll hire more people to work for 12 hours, or they will use the same people to work for what 24 hours. It's a demand. And no politician can say I'm bringing 24 hours economy based on what? There must be a vehicle, a driving that 24-hour economy. And
yeah, but I think Mahama also Pacha said they want to create that vehicle.
So don't tell Ghanaians you want to create 24-hour economy. So the 24-hour about the subset. So what I say, and it's
okay.
The person who can say I want to bring 24-hour economy. It's Nana Akufo-Addo, because Akufo-Addo, but I say I'm bringing industrialization, and I'm driving it on 1D 1F.
Okay.
So what I say, and so 1D 1F can say, oh, I'm using 1D 1F to drive 24-hour economy because there'll be more factories, there'll be more demand, and even with that, even with the Akufo-Addo 1D 1F, there must be a demand for it. So I confuse juice. Yes, I confuse must feed Ghanaians to the sense that they need more hands to work, more hours to work. So what I say, and they should bring out the policy that will bring the 24-hour economy, but not just to tell us a 24-hour economy. That's the more reason why they are struggling to explain. So what I say, because if you hear Colorado, maybe Babro change, but ever since legalizing we were there are so many industries that ever Krumasi.
Legalizing we no
Africans, we are jokers. Legalizing we know me the number of apartment housing unit there's even a deficit. Why? Because people first East Coast choked. When you go to New York,
they
are choked. There's nothing you can do in terms of industry when you go to your friend New York. So all the industry, the tech companies in here, they are moving to Colorado. So Colorado can say by legalizing we here, we are driving 24-hour economy because there's a demand for it. Housing, people go out to the bars, the Uber service will boom, all this. So it's based on one policy. Look at what is springing up. I say.
NDC for better. Make us say what it's going to hang on. Okay.
That is it. And that's how they will struggle to explain. And even the 24-hour economy, it's not every sector. And every sector no cry. And all the component of every sector and a bit around 24-hour. That's what I say. My member, Mr. Kofisu, you see, we must be honest with ourselves. Yeah, you can't see them penny for they are stupid, they travel, they don't see, they see, they know, they are brilliant. The problem with our African politicians and leaders is a political party need power to implement whatever they have. And even implementing for the people to understand and also another challenge. Stefia, over America, yes, America, a liberal society, you can do whatever you want. It's not true. The laws are wahano. And yeah, police in the force will say drive at the speed limit. And you'll be Rebecca say go and pay your tax. And you'll be Rebecca say go and pay your electricity bill. And you'll be Rebecca. It's being driven by the system. Who drive the system? And the people, the American people. So today, Trump, our court, Biden, Neba, has been charged.
You're convicted on Gramsci, you're convicted on.
You're convicted on Trump. Waiting for the judgment or whatever. It's been done by institutions. And the institutions is being driven by American people themselves. And America for and the politicians. But the people are riding on the laws that the politicians made.
Okay.
It's Africa now say Mahama saw 24-hour economy. The people themselves might sacrifice for the 24-hour to come into being. Oko China or Honoma, and what China and the Bagana. Say Yakufo na was wa ombetra Akufo duty. Say Mahama na was wa ombetra Mahamati. So say ye too kwan na say babe who say Colorado ye duan kama anka na ye fe. Ye duan nua menua na ye fa. We should ask the question, how were they able to do it? Because there are bad people everywhere. America, one of the bad communities ever has it. Until my role you know. How were they able to do it?
It's a system, and I can want them. Let's build the system.
The system
and it's the people who will do that.
Yes, the system will force you to do what is needful for the politicians to implement their policies. for you yourself to enjoy.
Bro, come on, now, but me show me here, Ubecha Colorado, Diana Mamia. And I'll be very grateful. A video that shows because a big person and message Colorado running 24 hours, but that wasn't even your point.
No.
There's something that is feeding the growth of the economy.
Okay, economy here. Because
also talk about how we normally legalize. Because me say I want to. My dear say well me chrome quadre.
Oh yeah.
Me do we. Yeah. Legalize commercial way. That's what I want to do because people are not seeing the value in job creation.
I'm telling you, the millions of dollars are make you and how people are trooping here, and even hospitals is crying now. Use as medication for people pay. Me my hospital that during the COVID time, I was working with COVID patients, and I know how I be more effort dono my call surgery. Everyone pain ever down. Gummies as a toffee. No way. You understand? These are all the things creating jobs for people. You understand? But we always look at the bad side of Adibia. We don't look at the good side of Adibia. And to patch up me and Mr. Kofi, without addressing the attitude of the Ghanaians, so the Honorable Kenejapon Kano, no matter your fantastic ideas, and Kruma were fantastic ideas, also Yeguno. And Kruma also had transportation now can, and Kruma started it, Yeguno, train system, and Kruma time never ho, Yeguno, me I'm 43 years, Yeguno, Ghana for Yeguno. It's not Mahama and Yakufuado, and the people themselves. Sister Fia, me that's it.
Mpacho me that's bro request. There na no can. In fact, me be starting no so we ya. Me bo video bi obi a U10. Mo yesibon fa ho se ho ano be fanti. The attitude of Ghanaians there. Masa, a bomb. We have such a bad attitude, but we are very quick to blame everyone but ourselves. Benzola me ba ho se about Mr. Drum Mpacho, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Obahima. You know, on said the me ba. Okay, good evening. I'm sorry about him. My picture there. A guy very intimidative. Yeah, sometimes no stop on. And one now can. But we can't come back control. 24 hours economy now. My can. 24 hours economy now. My can. Who said last week? Now we can't say. We said. And Penifono, nim the yes, what I say, but power, they don't want to do anything. One person would normal stay in power for the next another 4 years. Indeed, that's what they always plan for. I mean, can't somebody control. Who person create Bibimas Ghana for this so what I say? You start from the infant. In Kalanki think it's no good classroom. No. So what I say, I heard that's almost started free. So because I share Ghana say the way I see it and Ajunino and Yejuma, Ajuni ready to listen is not ready to learn. So what I say, it's very, very difficult. And if I can create Ajuni to think to create things, Omujana fire Jane free chrome because frustrated I won't mean so what I say. In the 24 hours, they almost fun to baby cry because if you don't have a system, forget it. So what I say, because Mamicha the Accra say there is no road in Accra. I light in Accra. So what I say, there's no road. Me till London, London. But sometimes I go out in the night and I can work at night. So what I say? Because there's the light. So yeah, never be brave. Who was central of Accra until you can pass your way to the Okotema. Now who here go central of Accra? Now you can't Accra very big. Accra is too big. Accra don't have a rose. I'm telling you. Because Accra need rose are open nantiso. I'm telling you. 24 no one fan to baby. No moon june send away on bed june Ediamo or minor. Ama in 3 mana or more banner. One more timia bed. Abe your money. For now, dear. And Penifono money there. They are not willing to listen. Omajuna say MPP, NDC. It won't end anywhere. If I am baby,
Okay.
the
Now,
American.
I think the point I will make in systems now, and a system in you into 24 hours, and then you be in so. A word was matter. Good evening.
If you are good evening.
Pacho mami too. What benzola na me set up mami na as a wada ho ntim pacho me ba so sit here. Pacho pacho mami too.
If you are Mr. Tefi 24-hour economy no. If you are me 10-year-old boy, my training 24-hour economy or tiasie. O person me fa nimba show we so. No be chire mu chire Ghana fo a oba be chire mu.
Mate.
No mu so mu tiasie no. They have been diabolical because police, I take you over the stage for NDC. So because NDC, NPP for money, any major policy or make me the accountant, they come out to say, oh, policy no cry and tears here. Now say, so what issue with the policy? Tears here. If you have questions about it, and there is normal. But parents tears here. They are going to say, teacher, now they can say, oh, please say, I don't understand the whole show. You have been diabolical. Obia o yusu na adwen no ana oya smart no on behave sir. And we know most people do that in class. On pay attention no. Last minute no aga say maintain the whole show. Start people no.
But in this case, one now power. One now person convincing for. So now the obligation is on you. And this is all that on us.
If
you also have genuine concern, say system then now the power at the end.
No, those are the economic if you are concerns. And you can go to NDC platform and ask them your concern. And we are here. But who can say the 24-hour economy and your policy? Or if you are say everybody should define what a policy is. Then show my dream say the word policy as here to start with. The brain no policy as here.
Okay.
And I say you tackle issue no FC that side. And that's idea. People will continue to be diabolical because 24-hour economy no and yet calculus try who say here and I say rocket science be here. Then I won't here about it.
Okay. What about omobusa system no? System ben 24-hour ne be run it on.
I know my money Sami Jemfi now explain it several times. So the videos are there. They should just
go. Video no, but you see, as we mean, so NDC sympathizer. So it should be at the top. You will be a media, my friend, top of the mind awareness. 6 months to election, they should be top of the mind awareness for every Ghanaian voter. Say, you can't 24 hours. This is the system. You have the answer. By now,
if you a policy can be a law. It can be a regulation.
Yeah, you didn't forget the policy.
So many things. Omudi frequently asked questions. So I answer all the FAQs. And
today, no world boss. I wouldn't say your system. Say you'll be an illiterate.
No, but if you are me, besides say, Baumia policy, the policy is now the other two Janina. One he said NDC forces say omonte Baumia policies now say how would they feel? Because Baumia should never be brave about to obey e-gate.
What boss? Forget about Baumia. We are talking about government in waiting. How do you explain what they are not to be our person convincing the system when they be running on? System when they be fuel 24 hours.
If you are make catch say e-gate, then they be fuel that e-gate no. We don't know. But but people are not asking the same question now.
Okay.
You are not doing it.
And who say that?
Yes.
Okay. Me too.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, if you are me back Kofi Quarantine, also the last part they said Kofi Quarantine, me who say the source of funding no on because Obia betuma bagana abe presenting who to say or a presidential hopeful. Meanwhile, or the source funds from people in the diaspora. At the end of the day, no job because they are disqualifying me into my job for donations. No, and Ghana system. They say the system be at all. Donations now Kofi Quarantine he has to be accountable and not accounting for it.
Now we are where so I did take one as simple because starting at 2019, he said,
Yes, donation.
Can go for Pepsi can no just can one or Ghana. Do guys say, woman come over to Ghana, bro, you know Wall Street.
No, on retirement.
It's a web boss. I didn't know personalized that.
But what is he on retirement? I won't do retirement age. What boss more retirement age?
Oh, 60, baby.
Now 60 on only 60. Who can say? Wall Street.
Me won't be away Juma to 45 or retire. And then
typically Ghana, yet you broke your quadroje kopesika. So be Jessica no have better Ghana. Do you think really
if you as a matter of principle, no be any books how much
now what boss NDC NPP what the last time we be on books the question of go easy
the reason I make answer no NDC NPP no they are established institutions.
If they are established, that is why they have a whole accounts department which should be in fact a law. Because you can't put the Sonia party, we need to law say we are bona fide political party. You must submit your statement of account. Normally, they have anything here, they have not submitted in the last 8 years.
Okay, so individual in recognized institutions.
The law says political party.
Anytime.
When this new MPP, you must submit here. Debbie, what boss? NDC and NPP have they submitted yes.
Oh, me who here?
I think you are not being fair to Kofi Kranti.
But the American say individuals in the make my journey if you at any point in time. Nobody can even trace them. But NDC NPP, they only recognized institutions. 10 years, 100 years prior, they can still be audited. Okay. That's here. But individuals, you know, then they disappear into thin air.
Okay.
And no American was no.
Okay. It's one back their own trust in Papa.
Debbie. So Becca, no on the account there too. So that Ghana for say or a genuine ni elders no from only followers so ombe adore mu the people who are actually following him now solo person be OGG donation kitin be at the end of the day I say you disqualified and no advantage or the music ni na advantage.
Okay.
It's strategic as people.
Okay, my word, I mean now I see Kofi I was so to me better and further particulars but no Kofi's was so Kofi will respond but Nana Ambacho, good evening.
Sister Fiamichi,
good evening, Pacho Benjoso.
Yeah, Katia White Boss Emmanuel. Kofi is a very credible guy. You know, if he wants him to do that, he can easily do it. And Kofi, the source of funding and everything, it's known. Yeah, we know he's a successful person. So I don't even know where this. But maybe things say if you are solving a problem, you don't personalize it. You say that now, it has to be a system-wide solution on the amateur. Everybody has to be accountable for their source of campaign financing, right? You don't come and take one person. I thought no before you personalize. You know, let's build a system that checks everybody and tracks how these political parties and individuals campaign finance their campaign. I think that for me is a robust solution. And, you know, but me, like I said, I don't speak for Kofi's campaign team, but on a personal level, no, I know that. I mean,
a very credible person. For somebody to leave Abroche to that means it goes.
Yeah. And you know, sister, if you have a question, they say, or they say, as some Kofi can very critical, and I think that sad and no who Kroa, yeah, Freddy B say, or they say Godfathers of Kroa, Omudomotwa, strategical. That's what they are thinking of. They are thinking strategical, big plans, how to move the country from one level to another level, another economic from one equilibrium to another equilibrium. But Mifi, I want Kofi to answer my question, sir. Does that not fit into the after now lunch econo? Sir, even in economics, in my days in the economics department, we've known that Africans don't trade more among themselves. And if they were to increase trade among themselves, they can increase their economic potential tenfold. Just trading among themselves. And some of these trade barriers near Kano, a B has to do with just moving from one country to another country. Akwaya is a YouTuber, yeah, friend of Wodimaya. There was a point he was raising about how frustrating it is for him to move from one African country to another African country. Africans, that underlines the problem and not the barrier of connectivity. Connectivity has to be by sea, air, and or the same
road.
road. But within Africa, no, sa connectivity in any inti I'm not trading crowd man ya no stumbling block who be on the amateur. If we're able to create that connectivity now, sister Fia, hey, your potential no, it will be geometric. There will be like a geometric increase. I can say yeah, a better geometric, a better increase like 100-fold. But we are not doing that. And Africa, that is one of our biggest problems. And we share world strategic or the same business decision-making boardrooms, what they are thinking now. Sister Fia, as a man of it goes to feed into it. We share the demographics of Africa. Now they compare Europe, America, and Asia. Africa has the next market in the next years.
Yeah.
They know this. Hillary America no when they are sitting and they are planning the global trade and they understand when you know.
Oh yeah, nothing now and say American schools more scholarship. This strategy.
A big thing from money. They sit any very serious country in this and I'm saying Ghana 30 million people are not Ghana said you influence be economic in the economic world or the no. These big countries they understand it and they know African more youth, demographics is in your favor. And some youth, they are the demand of the future, right? Product, technology, invention, they know that your people will need that. They do all these things. Africa, now you trade a man ourselves, you take advantage of afternoon. If you say if we take advantage of that, we can create a lot of economies around but I am not in the entire African countries no to open or more borders among or more no. Somebody like Udumaya wants to travel to Africa and then he has to go and look for a passport. And then no crown there's stumbling block with the frustration. Yeah, we as Africans know. Into no barriers in it, it's a normal. We should also a campaign say Africans should make Africa borderless. I say borderless Africa. And I'm saying
if you can comfort so the same at the money no. Those are all the things to us in Nigeria for criminals. Yeah, criminals, you Ghana, more criminals in Nigeria. And we are not even looking at the positive side. But I say.
All right.
I mean, I say that's a time now. How can Kofi a year can't take the best out of it. Benzo and Pacho, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. This is the first time I'm about show. So
oh, me that and Pacha me say watch also because na on trans yeah, I mean person will be was a question to be one man will be akwa ko hu na penisa.
Yeah, good. Kofi Kwanta maybe follow the pan seriously through Captain Smart programs and all that. So me penny policy no, but the third force now but I make 24-hour economy but me count on the side no. Me say Ukraine be say on keep it up now on fighting hard because they Ghana for no 7 be aso ya den ya mpe Ukraine no e pe de be deep skabe mayen and who say oh ba ko you good or you good by say follow no he se kan ni ho de ye mfi no yeah into to me no on fighting hard and to me no third force no for Ghana ni de be difficult it to me no e kam nkwanka omoni shada no na coming together if they have the common goal and the common focus together they should come together. No more for me a massive conjoined political party people seriously. And deeper say all the youth will follow them. Because Shada is also extending the borders as a month for 18 kakra. Kofi Kwanza a month for 18 the pa into to me no for me together if they have a common goal and the common target together, they should come together. Now third force and you're very heavy. I guess the youth they can grab more with the youth. Only the homework very well and youth be I know say be so they crab be pulling the back because they are some of the youth are NDC NPP for Tom Dada. And yeah, some and if you work as some 10 or 20 back so then can never talk NPP and NDC as now they will come and just attack. So this is on funny proving the set of account. NPP NDC for sir. So very nice. Someone like a bit obstruction into to me non fighting hard. Now you I guess
quick one on back on now person
yeah, good. And to remember 24-hour economy no. Okay, we say me the main can say like constant way, but to me it is true. Because road network or can be about road network. Road network is very poor. You so tough. Obi to me for baby uncle, especially moto a crank captain gasa say capital hanga say yiri into no 24 hours will be call night will call how about eduma na say will kasa capital Accra motorway bibia yiri obese na akọ because road network can let me police and many now into especially road network is very bad. 24 come no a bit after to say kakra into no say even Accra boy for problem what about the other regions and so it to me 24 community there to me it shouldn't be their policy more. But their policy more should be on different the Juma ba the empowering the youth and then I remember driven into the 24-hour economy no. And that's all kind of economy with trust okay. And I made my mama port 24 it doesn't change anything.
Okay. But I think okay NDC policy documents now no de ba vision now job creation now o kan ya de na sectors now e be feed into it ni na mo kan ho asem mom de.
Oh okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Mama me now see. Next week you better can why? That's say no join here. What for good evening. Okay, now microphone name my feedback into your hand patrol.
Oh, okay. I feel the kakra.
Yeah.
Okay. You if I'm chow, chebusia for na. Well, boss in the castle be na say about na obusa say Kofi and MBA ni books na NDC patrol me.
Afedi aba.
Okay. Yo. Your plenty na me ka the way question for Kofi. Senka nyame na dom. I'm hoping and praying. Say a man for betimi tie Kofi ombenya mre no tie Kofi kwante. By the way, he's very credible. Ethiopia one chair after be in the books. We are sure say nimpeni for betimi be in the books much actual. We are sure say other political parties in so MBO books no be and be how almost in your sika. Kofi would not have problem at all opening his books. But the idea the person busa Kofi say nyame na dom ne yetro abama no enne ne kina ya and I say December to mana nyoma bain nyoma 5 ye ka say nyoma 5 quickly so catch nyoma bia top 5 things obetimi aye asesa Ghana kra just onya one obaso for 110 krampo na ye betimi aka say Ghana ye see kwantimpo mu a ye betimi akwa yensa emma yechi so ne mecho na say aduro bejiwa atrema enyoma ben na Kofi betimi aye just within even the 4 years no kwa say because obi baya na pen Kofi quarantine one then crop for new vision movement omo baya omo abeye sa ade na enunti na Ghana asi da bia ye koyi minum say nyoma mpeso mo ye dose de but nyoma 5 ben na critical and the area back we be can say be say enkwala no bibia no also this starting kwala no eye no kure pa e bi say yenum ne omom di echi ni omom di the other generation ni na be afia say e dey man ya tonsium but say ubetimi atete nkwala no uko South Korea uko Japan ne nkwala the way esi raise omo just omo so patriotic just say obi nnoma insuo mfa rubber nto fom adan ni na ya kye omo ye be free school and also can't Kofi yi no ho ana just 5 things and ko betimi abobbo so amayen intentem na se metinchen na se me dwene ho se Kofi metro ama Kofi a baby be betimi am yes and you ma 5 year pa ya via da say na papa bi obaya na obule no catch it in case we nimu a that was what he was doing maybe some radio and TV so already he was bullying why Pakosi why okay
Akacha na uncle Pakosi it Kofi Quantum Patrol answers top 5 just a summary of the top 5 the man is here maybe I'll hold for your final comment but Brad Peter and Patrol good evening.
Yeah, good evening. No, this is Via Night Design.
Adam Patrol also near Butia Fone.
Nyamiado. One who said, and one who said, Alan Chamantia, some man about sugar factory. One said, so today he took time to explain because this was the point I was trying to make anytime he shows up. because these people took money for that. Okay, so and undanchen. The sad part of the story is Nkomo ayedi nei. Nkomo ayedi nei. Nkrumah thought about this Nkomo. Yen Ghana for we drove Nkrumah out because we think so, or this Ghana Sika is sponsored African countries. But that was the mindset. Yeah, me say me yeah, we try and waste here. We just really rotating ourselves. And anybody who have the ancestors that were overthrown Nkrumah, they should put their hearts in shame. Because this was the same thing we are talking about. Dagonte, or say, he find it difficult to travel within Africa than he does in Europe. This is the millionaire. Even or no millionaire. No? So everything we are talking about here today is what this guy had. You see, Nkrumah, young pioneers. Young pioneer, what was he doing? The same thing we are talking about China today. He was training young. Me, my mother was part of young pioneers. Me, mommy, was coming naturally. They were building a system. He was building a system because he has to change the mind of the people.
Exactly.
That you have to work and do things. What they said he was using it to persecute people, right? I didn't all build this system of honesty. So papa na you, mama na you, and found nipa yeah. Now so you see you could build this system. Nipa na ya dia, ne nana, any mobi, any onimobi, and onimobi, ya fret. Ain't no sap as which you say the manipa fairly no young farmer and son say unim say wanka ain't no our system itself is designed say ye be try who is here ain't nipa bia or beba or the adwini be beba we will do everything to destroy that
bring the person down,
which is the same thing we did to our first president. Because when the guy was overthrown, no, I'm never going to say that he's not an angel. But he had a clear vision and clear understanding of what our system needs to be built. And I mean, that aside, let's talk about the 24-hour economy. I heard about people talking about the fact that it must be demand driven. You will drive the demand. The demand is already there. The problem is that because so manufacturer now say sugar factory, there are several African countries that are importing sugar. If you produce more sugar and your price is lower, you have the market. We have the market. The issue is that we just don't have a plan in place. We are people driven by slogans. One district, one factory. One district, one dam. 24 hours. That's all. We are driven by slogan. A do breakdown now. Ain't break it down because say okay. The way Mahama was saying, sir, education cannot be free. That he's doing gradually. I will tell him the same thing. I will tell NPP the same thing because they say I know see would 24 hour Ghana yet to say in Soto everything shut down. Even in the day. In so everything shut down. You have not even solved that problem. You want to go to 24 hours. It is a we would say free education. We can't do it. We have to do it gradually, which is also true because we don't have the resources. The same way with 24-hour economy, even the day no cramp, we are not even able to make use of the day.
We are not doing proper 12 hours a day and 8 hours.
This is a school close. A friend said, "Bibia shut it down. Offices are close." So you have not been able to solve that first. So how can you even want to say that? So our issue is compounded in confusion. But the whole thing is that I have always believed in the fact that any government that comes in and do not have a plan for children, that government doesn't love Ghana. And I've always said that. I've said that many times on many platforms. And it is the same thing. Because they don't even talk about children at all. None. The only people they talk about is SSS. But we don't have, but you call a crèche, nursery, primary school. Me say, me befi nursery buy, time I wono 1 year of school buy, or catch him say, Daddy, did you know that the truth is the one and only right thing to do? I say, where do you get it from? I say, this is what we were taught at school. Subconsciously, PhD. Yes, PhD. Why are we? onim say udidi a memfa nto abonten o just say but odidi a okuta V8 or the better abonten and son our kai say oh idea me ye enye why it is not in the subconscious mind.
Okay.
He has to think about it.
Only starting program who video na me boy no. You ten power say there be mefa pedestrian. I didn't say. So I like what you're saying. Say, yeah, I'm planning for Nkolana will continue to produce sabi. Yeah, I didn't say na, and we are not going to go anywhere. Francis Pacho, good evening. Mami Dio.
My Ghana. With the Mammy Bolo Bible Massimo can you say, Yansha or Sura Hinin and Chene Cane. Yansha, the mechanics, Yansha system Cane, na a 24-hour economy, ebe follow. Sister Fiana, who cast the 24-hour economy and your policy, a man for NTSC. And then a 24-hour economy also be policy. And your policy ni say, system ye, na say, oh, your production, one, road ye. Uwo lighting system na uwo water system enso ya sister if you are serving aban enya aban ne bi aduma me mo Dubai hanom yi hanom am wo no aban nyuma no so dodo na ne ye private sectors individuals who free outside ana aban invest e wo man e entia because one security system ye road system ye light system ye into say nipa no obebie factory a or you very assured say 24 hours without light out, without unrobbing system, without like any frustrations be a sad moment thinking bedding, about frustrating a man company, a shut down. We need that dream no. By a chrome Ghana no, some no when a big problem. A big problem Cassia, ye need can solve well no. And so always be no, not ye really as a savio kangaroo. You know I say yes, so say. You basic. You shouldn't need plans to find that was next 10 years, next 20 years. You pesa Ghana, your road system, FAir fix. Sanka, your road system, you fix that. Baby, to set Tamale. Ubetima an industrial area. Ubetima your home set industrial area. Emma Nipa and Drabum free north and back down because a honing factory and factories near we are a them, train them, no matter production, Bayano. Car betimi akwakofa e de aba down hono that when you kase ye mpeni for ndwene ahead na sisi asa no ma 77 no ma no so no ya bre wo mo sa 24 hours economy na omo de na mo ka no enye economy enye policy any future because service o company e ye 24 hours na road system kra na worker anase o car kra be fast be kwakofa production no enya e be den na etimi akọ abontin nti sa no man yes say omo build system no build system na sa no ma wonya be den ebedi so
okay
me da say
na fancy we na at time na kakam person omo maka ni obi anya ni say na obi anka obi aka sa bon chen yeah Mr. Bonsa good evening well we na article obani ka say ba Michael Pacho good evening
Yeah.
article yeah okay Mr. Bonsa ba etio
Mafia no custom ne say money adwuma pa da bia no aya me tie o da bia na no custom ne say I was say yempanimfo na omu pese omu di o man nim no omu hu say I was so mboa o man maame no custom say yen kan change this for say 24 hour economy it's not policy straightforward sabi yen moframa when your policy Krum ha ye wono prime minister want to make country obi ha say or yet 24 hours economy want to make country because system no the way chrono and no me koso no amount for wa be o company demand no na be kire say fanipa dodo ana say me fanipa dodo entima me sama ma tena aka say me be fa police dodo me ba na first na no kwa no school fees kwa no otimitua school fees kwa ontimi ntua
en abago kakraba no watua sa no aban bia
na what do I hear the osaga kakra no watua so no say na osaga kakra no watua so ontimi ntua Oh, now sir, 4 years, 4 years in the 24 hours you did there. What the point blank or one to one na fakwa and tasumu. Yeah, papa no so good policy, but this year in Mumpa de Mesra Seka on building Honkakra. Nese other parties na or better ya prani ya. Prani ye no one fa bibi papa bi meto ya soon. Na onon kwani momo dia this year is too late. And you know the namsa obre no continue dem pesa me kan nyame shira.
Yo, Penny now I say, Juma baby back of you can't good evening.
Hi, good evening. I had a morning. What I say? He said me the New Zealand. Yeah.
Oh, New Zealand. Hey,
Yes,
yeah.
New
Okay,
Zealand.
yes.
Ben the way they say a man could be bringing no. Maybe mo born same be bridge. But number saying can be just if you are say watch or side Juma will watch a pan. Number saying can be one question say. Ghana, I stand to be corrected. Ghana BB as say ma ye to me a reviving no dana. Because I'm just trying to see say Ghana BB as say ma ya to me revive like as a country, you know, you can't woman you're forcing you're bringing it back pen because
some in some Gihok. She said Gihok Jina so I come on your bad biasa.
So correct pa. When you did Yamias Nancy no more manage because me too many as a lot of you be brina no Ghana no say intimi peja ye crowd ye min kan kwachi be na boys intimenka ye ball crampusem Ghana ye boss sem Ghana blaster ne ho a wo say ye bibia ya ye intimi sam peja ni I don't know whether it's mentality and now say ya the be intimi revive ye intimi sorry biomu ana Ghana for what I've seen is say your politics said you're joining football club to say Chelsea, Manchester United, and I say Ghana, France, League CB. Because as politics is different from say Odo you're passionate about like a game be our politics is about future and was sitting saying so people should move away from party colors ya umitum to say bia meme asantini medo asante but it shouldn't relate to political because politics define the whole totality of a Ghana system ni nyina no so irrespective of say but Ghana who say common opa mobimbeka bibi na onye a little bit of tribalism kitwa bi the other one senior whether say the person the okano a beye good a beye there like we don't care about it and these are a problem kesepe wo ye kro na ye team no may come and do this community I'm just waiting for a day I get bit my very bad me can't see no December way 2024 way and maybe I'm just waiting to see say it's like Ghana for nankasa no are we really because I had to say yeah the same well your chance na your 6 months to see our destiny, how our destiny will look like. I don't want any conversation after December, like after January 2025. We say, oh, yeah, because I walk it out. Say, Ghana, this is your power. Oh, 6 months to decide on that. 6 months, we know. Anna, me, who say,
oh,
oh, me, this December we na use 50 plus 1% of Ghana for sebe ye gain because I get kutao ye mpo de trinkwa ye nya mahama wa baby pen ye nya ibaomia ogusu gina so ye nya Kofi Kranten ye nya chedo mu nyina eba power ni kuta nipa 30 million na Ghana ye wo sesia no ye mu amom to abampa chom ye dodo be sesen istep just wait na kai me
17.5 this election
say your future ni nyina was 70% for ni nsem yeah we say emu 50% no yeah almost like say 6 point something or say 7 no million yeah say muna mu decide yama yen Ghana for na yaka say for say the mini vote mini o mani but yeah say if they are going to make critical decision this December, and I said December we came. Now is the fear. January so sanso radio biom anase ye be join
I don't know why so 2 days
ye be
later
join na Ghana for Vimlady Jacopo ekaso be da say what be da say ye be see ya
why would you Ghana for no Byron, good evening.
Mr. Fia, conversation here very interesting. You see, my major concern is Ghana for your real fear the anthem. Your real fear the anthem. Mahama over 1 million votes. Anna, you did 2 no. No. I'm sure say I don't know the results of the 2000 election, but from 2004 coming, there's no one that did 1 million votes at 2 no. 1 million vote difference.
Yeah.
It means that a commonly and na Ghana for we decide say we don't want that governance. And then yet one Mahama Egusubeka stories a train and the man audience. Yet and we are just okay.
And the audience to market themselves.
But the issue is as a country and a nation that are making this major decision, you need to be making decisions that you go forward and not backwards. Mahama has had a fair chance to do something, a fair chance to, from the time of Miss Obama, after at almost every Mahama by and share the governance and so. Or case only experience in that time, the 6 months or 4 months or whatever, Emano experience. And also better 4 years. When to me and NPP, you become 4 more for Nana, 4 more for Nana to do more, 4 more. You become from 2020 up to now. You go so bread. But sadly, you share your brabo monjoba power. You share the potential of the individuals or mujina hono. You can see a assessment to a party colors. Yeah, because if you want to take a break and really make a decision, this is Ghana interest decision, a bad decision, a bad party, NPP, NDC. But minimum say san ebeye NPP, NDC. But ninu kremo die ke Baumia, Mahama, near Alan Cash, near Cheda. Hinna pa yakume na said Ghana near Yakumemo, near even Kofi Crantina. Hinna pa ne beti nyabo man. Say kasi ye din no krama Ghana, near din no krama, near the MPP NDC to China. You bet me make it decision a better much of Ghana interest than NPP NDC. But I say we have been conscientized and I didn't be a subconscious thing. And to be to me, I'm talking about change from January by December. Ogodu adakanima. Obeka say say Mahama be papa there, and I say about Baunyabe lusu there. Say Kofi Kranti be papa there, and yakameto asem.
Odu on
Odu adakema ebesisa. So I think, as I was saying the last time, it's time civil society organizations will come into this game. They will begin to conscientize and educate people. I believe it's much of education. I believe now we should also try independent candidates. Try political parties maybe. And now is the time we try an independent candidate. Say you better you better push the kind of confidence and say Obimpo person for independent. Say it's going up. Then 1% less than 1%. So I believe that and then those people who when you decided someone to abano or the independent candidate into mano, at least a better send a good signal.
Okay. I think it's important. Somebody has to take the lead to at least send the signal. Say it's possible. Say best. Could be into 5 areas now. You will fire Busai.
Oh yeah. Well, Nana, your answers are so cool. Hey, okay. So if you have 5 in it, they're very simple. Number 1, change the constitution. Number two, eradicate corruption with severe punishment. Just say, capital punishment. Number 3, institute a national development plan for the next 50 years in 4-year increments. Number 4, reduce and restructure government by more than 70% to make it functional, effective, and efficient. And at number 5, my favorite, personal favorite, invest $10 billion a year for the next 10 years into a drone-controlled mechanized farming
drone controlled mechanized farming.
Yep. And it top 5.
Okay. I think maybe I was here another edition. They explain it and not further. You know,
And
because
yet
I
they
like
try.
that great portion. You know, say make Nigeria. I kept pushing about say Banchi. And for your information, Nigeria is the biggest producer of cassava, which is ethanol, white gold. You can't university for your more research. They've done a series of research on it. Say cassava, Banchi, white gold. Because apparently noodles near the and conform and no the whole world bunch in manufacturing so many things, including ethanol. Banchi, Nigeria is the highest producer of Banchi. I think Ghana is number 3 or so. Banchi. We'll break it down and go into it.
West Africa, Nancy and Nigeria are aggressive and bunching because the number 1 producer, I think, South American company, and one more bunching more than a year. But if they say China, Korea, because of bubble tea, would do California, wouldn't bubble tea in top. Bubble tea, no one the bunching one more year to say tapioca.
Yes.
No, seriously. Tapioca, bubble tea.
Tapioca, China for Najaboso.
Oh, what my diabo. So maybe
call China for Nidia cocoa near the
of course.
South American country, Brazil, near they say Omuna cocoa nibi.
Absolutely, me call Alibaba, and no bianum, tapioca banchia, dia tea. And a sorbitol from toothpaste, ne mouthwash, ne sa domestic, ne commercial sweetener, a one your memo, any for pharmaceuticals, no any bonding agents. Inti ye the gun and ne to your banche crampoa. Now the reason to if you me pe banche ne say banche said you can a white gold ne face so a renewable and say asase would you know to what clear land no say dear inti ye be lifted off moratorium on gold nominate your may say and sass yet and you go into banche ne me nominate other and yoma because sika listen 2023 if you we had a trade surplus, which means that your exports was more than your imports by 5.6 and now 5.3 billion.
Ghana.
Yeah, we had a trade surplus. Yeah, it was 186 billion cedis of exports versus 180.3.
Even with the shortage in cocoa production, crying to me 1 million, we still had a surplus.
But
we could make more.
But if you have the sad reality, and it's a surplus, no, a deceptive, and it's saying, the surplus, no, even though we were close to 6 billion in the surplus, you know, the say your biggest export, you know, was gold. So,
and also
and your biggest import, you know, was petroleum and refined oils. So and also yes,
and also coffee because Legon economics Dr. Sarkodie research me say extractive industry, oil ni gold ni extractive industry. We make surplus said okay, all the money goes. Over the last 8 years, Abrofo business is 48 billion. They've taken all the money away. So it's surplus, but really it's a useless surplus. It's not your money. It's a useless, absolutely useless surplus.
On the books,
especially cocoa in here, because we couldn't even make 500 metric tons. Cocoa for years, we could not even make 500 metric. Are we even serious? Are we even just fans?
Out of 80%, you know, gold was I think 45%, and friends saying oil was 23%, and cocoa was only 2.1%. Of the total 80%, total export.
Intentionality, that's what we need. But we'll do this again. For cocoa, gold, and all that, we'll do it again.
OKFM. Have a good night, everybody.
Yeah, that's you. Good night, you. You know, I'm Kofi Kranti no and then and then in fact we've had a very fantastic discussion because we are brand here. Ghana wants them must be important to you. Because you go to Kurana, gold, any friends oil, Ghana is scanning in any Ghana. Enti ubeka Ghana ye was kapa scanning ye dia. Gold near the na brofu na etu. Omu tu so amu discanning na ko omu krom. Cause also say wo no awoto na why didn't say wuntu gold no. Enti ubeka ko bobe si anado bosi anabechia es gracia. No be mom di ni sika fini krom abetu gold no we are not the ko. I don't know the kind of sense that it just doesn't make any goddamn sense. Like pushy leaders, 19 on minor, I don't tell you about the people. So a man for no money more young sunny and junior. We can hold leaders accountable. Near Danny we fly 200 Ghana a new year. Or no, we are rather. Wait. On my voters, yeah, Jenny, we only a corner. Wait. No, as a journalist, voice to police government. Oh, you are the first police, you police, police, if there's a word like that. You are the first police of your vote. What could one answer could now do co-promote to Fasani answer corner policy? Demand accountability. I mean, I'm not able to avoid Yankopon Yaduma, a best to us on Ghana assembly. Say a same baby.
Excellency, Alhaji Doctor, good evening. All of us who desire to have good name, you need to serve humanity. Now, the suggestion that I'm going to offer is this: live and what we call democracy is dangerous. Soon, we are not going to have good leaders because we will need people who have cash, and it doesn't matter where they got the money from. They will win the constituency election. Now, this thing is dangerous. If we think that we cannot follow this American democracy, please let us stop it. Let us design something that will help this nation. It is dangerous, and I'm even afraid of the future.